Hey, welcome to my below -1% walkthrough for Mina The Hollower. This is going to be part 25 of my full platinum walkthrough, or if you're just watching this video by itself, of course, this will be a full below 1%. We're doing this on a new game. We are going to go for the blameless ending as well. So I'm just going to call my name -1%, so it's quite easy to find this file. Got quite a few files on here. Reference modifiers, so of course, we can't put any on really, because we still need to obtain trophy at the end. But some which can be useful, the ones which do not avoid trophies. So level up enemies, you can still use that one, but what makes that one good is it makes stronger enemies appear in some spots, and it can be easier to get more bones that way. And of course, I'm just going to put on the damage numbers so you can just see exactly how much damage we're doing when we attack an enemy. But yeah, do not put any modifiers on that disable trophies. Now, because we're going for the blameless ending, there are some things we need to keep an eye on, and because we need to go below 1% as well, we need to make sure we do not collect too many things. So try to stick to what I do, guys. So from here, you're going to pick the hammer. You can never change the weapon now, because you pick up another weapon, it's going to increase your percentage. We can pick up 4 items, and I'm going to let you know exactly what we're going to pick up. We're going to get 2 trinkets, dual syringe and carry the wisp. And then we're also going to buy the sidearm pouch, so we can equip another sidearm. And I buy another trinket bag. That's our 4 items. We do buy a train pass later. That'll be item number 5, which I'm not counting on that for. And we also need to get a key. So it's kind of 6 you can get in total. But of course, the train and the key are kind of mandatory. You have to collect them. Right, after that cutscene, you need to talk to Cappy. Do not skip the dialogue. Do not skip it. Just play it, guys. And in a moment, you'll be able to pick a dialogue choice. So talk with him, and the choice you want to pick is come with me. You need to pick the good option. Come with me. Yeah, if you pick the other one, you've already committed the sin, guys, and you will not get a blameless ending. Yeah, you can mess it up that early on in the game. And if you come into the Underlab, so you see that top left spark kind of like generator thing. You see it's flashing blue at the moment on that kind of button on the front. When it's flashing blue, that means you have not committed any sins and you're still good for the blameless ending. But if it stops flashing blue, that means commit the sin, guys, and you need to kind of reset your progress. Now, do not destroy any candles except for this one. You want to grab that vault hatchet, and if you die at any point, make sure you quickly close the app and reload the game. So that instead of going back to the Underlab and losing your sidearm, you're going to respawn at the start of the room. Yeah, we can smash only 4 candles, no more. That's candle number one we just broke. We're going to break 2 more later on in order to get the beckoning collar and mist jar. So we've only got 1 extra candle which we can break, guys. So just do not break any candles unless I advise. Like I say, 4 in total is all you can break. Do not break any street lamps. Break any street lamps out also count as a sin. You cannot touch the can in the Ossex. You know those 2 kids in Ossex kicking the can about. Do not touch it. Your pet can even touch it as well. So if you go near that can, make sure you have not got your pet out. Very, very easy to touch that. Just 1 little tap and that's it. You commit a sin. I know, it's quite strict. In the text guides, so I kind of did a full one for 100% and New Game Plus. But this one is going to be kind of more of a checklist if you look at that. But I'll explain in the text guide everything that you need to worry about. They actually did put their ending requirements for the blameless ending on their official website. It's got a list on there, which I'll link as well. The general things you need to worry about, so like I said, do not break more than 4 candles. Yeah, breaking 5 will disqualify you. So only 4. Do not break or attack street lamps. Do not dance with Grinsley. Do not collect any fish. Do not become Beast Mina. Do not talk to Clumpy the Clown at all. Do not defeat the Duggin. Yeah, that's kind of like the general ones. And we need to get his key. Remember, do not collect any items, even the bone stone crystals. They count as items as well. Only the ones I advise. So you can grab this 1 key. Yeah, grab that key. And just like before, we're going to go kind of like sidearm when it comes to leveling up. You can level up still, that's fine. We'll do sidearms, and weapon, and then defense. I think we'll just keep doing that in that order. Yeah, in Lonus Landing, so you have to talk to Cappy and pick a good option like we did. In Ossex, during the orphanage cutscene, you know when you go in the manor, that very first cutscene with Lionel, you have to skip it. You have to skip that cutscene and you cannot break any presents because that also counts as a sin. In Ossex, we need to donate to all the beggars. Even though it says Ossex, you also need to donate to the beggars in Sifter Sands. It's 7 in total. Do not extend Phil's nose. Do not borrow Elizabeth's head. Do not battle Wonder Willis. Use the train only one time, which is mandatory in order to reach Coltrane Peak. So we basically can't use the train at all. Do not bypass Commodore into the musical. Do not buy more than one weapon from Armand. Do not buy from Panino. Do not talk to Rich Lady in Ossex. That's Lady, which is kind of yellow in the high street and she's sparkling. Do not talk with her at all. Do not click can. Do not take the Iron Steed at the back of the house in City Centre in Ossex. Sell at least one item to Pawnty, which is great, so we're going to be selling 10 anyway. Do not look through telescope. Do not hit back if Frayed tries to rob you. You know, that red kind of beggar. But we're not going to talk to him anyway. Now, when you get to here, guys, so you still got the axe. And we did hold on to all our jewels. You can just lob them all straight away and almost kill him like that. That's it. Kill that boss nice and easy. Then we're going to come in here. Remember, if you die, quickly close the game. And that should work. If it don't, you might want to copy a save every time you get into a new room. Maybe every 5 rooms, copy a save. Right, so we're making our way into the Randall. Remember, do not kick that can in Ossex. And here, skip this cutscene. Skip that cutscene. Okay, come straight back out. We're going to defeat Thor next. See, top left corner, it's still flashing blue. Every time you bypass a underlab, always pop inside, guys, and check to make sure that spark thing is still flashing blue. Sometimes you can easily hit a candle and not realise it, especially if you're using the beckoning collar. Later on, when we do start using the pet and the mist jar cheese setup, you've got to be careful with your beckoning collar, because if it's yellow and he explodes, or you fall down a pit, which also makes him explode, he can actually destroy candles off screen slightly, which you might not notice. So be very, very careful with that. What you probably want to do, when we do get a pet going later, and the build is kind of up and running, if you do fall down the pit or something, and the pet explodes, sends out a massive yellow shockwave, then probably just close and reload to reset the room. Okay, so coming back into Ossex, avoid the can. Yeah, we're going to come down here. Going to save the game, and we're now going to make our way into Bone Beach. We're going to have a farming strategy in this video. A small method we're going to do. You'll get about 1,000 bones every minute, which isn't too bad this early in the game when we're very weak. Going to kill these 2 enemies and jump in this cave. Like I say, we're making our way to Bone Beach. You can loot a bit more if you want to, but like I say, just do not pick up or collect any key items. I'm not going to collect everything in this room, just get some of the bones. That's it. And that bounce pad, the one we can move, is going to move it to the south near that wall. Jump up on that ledge where we can dig and find 100 bones, I believe it is. Yeah, in here, buried. I can level up as well. So I'm going to do defense next. Yeah, so I didn't do defense because we need 500 bones soon to buy Carrier the Wisp, the trinket from Poppet. That's why I didn't level up them, but I do actually regret it, because it means I had to wait for another level up now, because I got more bones than what I thought I was going to get. So yes, I did skip that level up, but I advise yourself to level up defense. Don't skip it like I did. Like I say, I thought I needed it for Carry the Wisp, but I had more defense. More bones than what I expected I would get. Yeah, we're going to get these ones up here. move this balance pad over to the left. Remember, do not attack the street lamps. Breaking the street lamps will also count as a sin. Good thing about this build as well, once we get rocking, is the pet cannot destroy candles. So you're free to kind of attack enemies when candles are nearby, because only the pet can attack the enemy and not destroy the candle, which is nice. So I'm going to kill these 2 birds, or one of them at least. I'm going to come in here next. So you need 500 to buy this. Talk to Puppet, and you're going to buy Carry the Wisp. And also, once you buy it, press the touchpad, there you go, to place it in your inventory. I wanted to get this, I was unsure. I mean, we're definitely going to get jewel shrines, but I was thinking, what do we get as another trinket, or do I get some else? But just having that ability to float when you jump in, it just makes the platforming a lot easier. Right, we're not going to kill this big dude, because he's just too difficult at this moment, and he'll probably kill you in one hit. We're going to come in here. Now you've got a very strong enemy coming up. So what you might want to try and do is build up your axe, you know, Volt Hatchet. I mean, I actually forgot about it, but if I had 20, it would have made this fight a lot easier. It might take a few attempts to do this. You might actually want to, when you enter the room, close the game, copy or save, quit the title screen, copy or save across, and then do it. Just in case you don't close the app quick enough when you die. If you do, you might do it first time and get lucky. Or just be a lot better than what I am. So yeah, this enemy here, I mean, it's probably took me quite a few attempts. I'll cut the deaths out. So if you get close, he will try to do that like a little slash. But if you're just below it like I am, you can actually hit him and he will miss you. Just got to watch out for that ball near him and the one further away. To be honest, I think it's a bit unfair putting him here and having them 2 balls. Maybe if it's just the outer ball, it wouldn't have been too bad. Now once you beat him, press the switch and then get back in that top right exit. You can try to avoid him, press switch and get out without fighting him. But sometimes I think that's harder than just beating him. Right, so under that here, again, drop down. It's still flashing blue in the top left corner, so I know I'm still good for the blameless ending. Now Sifted Sands, this is where the farming spot is going to be in a moment. I'll show you the farming spot first, then we'll destroy all the minecarts, and then we'll come back and we're going to farm for about 10 minutes. You shouldn't need to farm more than about 10 minutes, that's about how long it took me. And killing these 2, this is a good spot to kill them. So these 2 snakes, they kind of get stuck in this corner due to conveyor belts. And you can hit them quite easily like this. Yeah, so I'm just leveled up again. Yeah, you can come here and kill them 2 quite easily, that's it. Not as dangerous then, when we're this low level. Yeah, because Bone Beach is kind of like, I think it's supposed to be 4th dungeon. And the time we complete this playthrough is 3 hours. So if you still need that speedrun trophy, you've got time on this. Yeah, I've got an hour to spare. What I like about this one is we do not have to do that final dungeon again, the Radiant Manor. Yeah, Blameless Ending allows you to skip it, and it still gets a below -1% to trophy. Yeah, I did level up my attack then. Did a bit out of order. It's because we're going to be using an attack on this enemy to farm him. So you come in this cave, and a good way to beat this enemy when you're low level is come on the lower conveyor belts with a hammer and just keep like doing this. Remember, when you've got your weapon charged, you can roll out of the way, and that makes it really easy to dodge this grab. See that? When the grab is coming, just roll sideways to avoid it. Yeah, it's quite easy to avoid, and that's it. When he throws his bones, they don't reach you. I think he can only throw his bones kind of like to the left or to the right. But what's annoying with this dude is when he drops all his bones, sometimes they can drop down the pit. So sometimes might not always get 1000, might be a little bit less. Right, of course, watch out for the candles, do not destroy those. So yeah, that will be a farming spot. All you do, come out there, go and rest it in the lab, come back and repeat. But like I say, we're going to destroy all these minecarts first. To be honest, probably should have farmed him first, because it would make this bit a bit easier. Because there's still a few enemies we have to kill when we're doing this. Now I guess if we leveled up first, we'd be stronger, wouldn't we? Yep, should have killed him. Well, the bomb killed him anyway. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, so we almost need to avoid kind of like all the mini bosses, most of the side quests. Yeah, we need to avoid all that. There are side quests you need to do. You know the side quest in September where you have to rescue the children? You have to do that one. I think that's the only side quest you're allowed to do really for the Blameless ending. Because most of the rest, they count as a sin. You know, so like lead to like a mini boss fight, and if you defeat that mini boss, it'll count as a sin. So you just have to avoid them all, except for rescuing the children in September. Right, so we're going to kill this enemy. There you go, not too bad. Remember, when they jump on the ground, you want to jump as well when they're about to land to avoid the spikes which come out. I'm just going to leave this enemy. So I'm going to try to bait him over to me and then kind of just like quickly burrow past. There you go. And when you go in this top left exit, just make sure you're quick before the spikes come back. Okay, so you've got the bomb now. We'll destroy the last set of minecarts. So at the moment, all I've broke, guys, is one candle. Yeah, one candle is all I've broken. There's a mist jar on that candle, by the way. We're going to get that later. So that'll be candle number 2. Just going to get a few of these bones in here. Do not grab that crystal. See that crystal that's in the chest? Do not collect it, because that will count as an item. If you collect that by mistake, just quickly close the app and reload. So you reset the room and back at the last entrance you came from. Right, so that's it. It's all set up. So we're now going to start farming. I'll just show you it once or twice and leave it to you. What you're trying to do is you want to get sidearms up to 5 and defense and attack up to level 4. If you want to, you could get attack and defense up to level 5 as well, but level 4 to 5 is quite a big amount. And the reason we want to get to 5 sidearms is so we can buy the sidearm pouch. You have to be level 5 in order to buy it in sidearms. So just keep doing this, guys. Come in here. As you level up, you'll do this quicker, you know, because you'll be doing more damage. And remember, you want to go sidearms level 5, attack and defense level 4. If you want to farm more, like I say, it's completely up to you, but that's the minimum you want. The more attack you get, the more defense. It'll make this next boss coming up a lot easier, I guess, but it's going to take more time. What I'm doing now, like I say, I had 1 hour to spare. So if you still want to do a speedrun trophy, you probably just want to do what I'm doing. But if you've got a speedrun out of the way and you just want to make it a little bit easier, you can farm a bit more if you want to. So yes, just kill him, back to where, rest, go back, guys, and repeat. Of course, each time you go back, just make sure the top left spark generator is flashing blue. And you're going to repeat it. It's going to be a brief edit. Right, so that's me done. I think it's took me about 8 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. So I'm about to do my last level up. You see, I'm killing him a lot quicker now as well. Doing a lot more damage. Right, and then after this, we're going to go and fight that minor boss. That minor boss is very, very difficult if you're low level. Okay, so sidearm level 5. There we go. So sidearm level 5, everything else is level 4, and we're good to go. So we're going to go into that area in the middle. You've only got 3 vials, and it's going to need to use 3 to unlock it, so you're not going to be able to heal during this fight. That's what makes it annoying, but you're below 1%. Right, so we're in the miner's den. I did die a few times to him. So you will need your axe. You might want to save your axe throws for when he's low on HP because he gets a lot quicker. Now I tried to explain this fight a little bit. So when he's bouncing away from you, that means he's going to do the lob of stones at you next. You know when he puts his axe in the floor and shoots the three stones out. He does that after bouncing away. If he bounces towards you, that means he's going to do the fire lines on the floor. That's if he bounces towards you. Now when his helpers on the side lob down a dazed one, you have to quickly pick it up, because if you let the boss grab it, it'll heal him up quite a lot. So there you go, there's another one. Quickly grab the downed miner and lob it at him. And when he's got low HP, when he's bouncing towards you, he bounces a lot quicker. So you only want to attack him when he's bouncing away, really. And do not get too close. Yeah, he bounces towards you so quick when it's on low HP. And that's it, got him. Not too bad. Okay, so grab the bones, come out here into Bone Beach. You don't need to heal up, Mr. Fergus. Yeah, Lionel does it anyway. And that wall is still moving. I've no idea that's like a bug still. You see it? Okay, so cutscene there. Under that, we're going to check, make sure that generator, yeah, it's still flashing blue. We're still good for blameless ending. Right, so because I've got Carry the Wisp, I can just kind of glide it along there. Watch out for these purple bushes. Remember, if you hit them, they'll knock you down the pits like that. We're going to get a Jewel Syringe now. We'll also get the Mist Jar, then head back into Ossex. You want to make sure you've got about, I think it's about 3,500 bones we need when we get back to Ossex. So yeah, if you go over 4,200, do not level up, guys. We need to keep 3,500 now for when we get back to Ossex. I guess you could always farm on the way back, because you will be passing that farming spot again as we make our way back to Ossex. Remember, do not collect any bone stones, you know, the crystals. Do not collect anything else. Do not break any candles. Watch out for street lamps, of course. I'm gonna kill that fish. Right, down here. Yeah, so I can heal up, really. I'm going to kill them brain things, because they give you quite a lot of bones. They take more damage if you attack them before the brain expands. If you do that, normally it only takes 2 hits. There we go, 150. Okay, so that tent on the left, we are going to go in there a bit later. Under that beer. You can hop inside if you want. Make sure you're still good for the blameless ending. Okay, so once in the mining camp, go along the water, and we want to take the bottom right exit. We're not going to complete Bone Beach yet, guys, so the boss is going to be quite difficult at this point. We'll come back and do it later. We'll be high level, then of course it'll be a bit easier because we'll be doing more damage and we'll have more defense. Yeah, there's quite a lot of bones scattered throughout this water area. So be careful with this enemy shooting projectiles. I'm going to take him out now, actually. There we go. There's another enemy down below here on the right. You can take him out if you want to, but I think I just ended up avoiding him. And there will be a brain enemy at the bottom. There it is. For some reason he's going the other way around. He's trying to be awkward. But I'm going to try to bait him back over here, then I'm going to take him out. Just don't want to get knocked in the water. Yeah, I've got quite lucky here. Because he managed to hit me before I hit him, and so he enlarged and I was doing less damage to him. Going to get all these bones. So I am going to be able to level up, but I'm going to avoid it. Like I say, we need 3,500 when we get back to Ossex. So yes, do not level up. And there we go, Jewel Syringe on the beach. Yep, so Jewel Syringe, that'll be our second trinket. And I think, did I forget to equip that? Oh, I can't yet anyway, because I haven't got another trinket back. Right, so that's all we wanted. The Jewel Syringe. Okay, so now we're going to make our way back into Ossex. On the way, we're going to grab the mist jar because we do not need the Volt Hatchet no more. That's just something I wanted on the way, just so it can kill or damage some of these enemies a bit easier and some of the bosses. So do not destroy any candles. That's it, come for a shortcut, Bone Junction. We're back in Sand Falls now. Gonna kill that red snake. Do not talk to that NPC there. If you talk to him, that also avoids the blameless ending, I think. Yeah, see them two NPCs, just leave him alone. Okay, and where am I going now? Oh yeah, I'm going to get the mist jar. Yeah, so mist jar is over on the bottom left. And now I'm just trying to refill my HP, I think. Yeah, watch these spikes. Yeah, so mist jar is in this left candle here. So break it, get the mist jar, there you go. That's candle number 2. That's candle number 2 we've broke. Like I say, you can only break 4, no more. So once we've got mist jar, we've got dual syringe as well. Come to the under lab, drop inside, make sure it's still flashing blue. Yes, it is. Now we're going to take a shortcut into Ossex. We will be coming back here later. So these 3 beggars, you got that one on top right, I think the one on the bottom left near the under lab, and there's one on the screen afterwards as well. Just on the right. So back in here, attack these shortcuts, there we go. Now in Ossex, we're going to buy the sidearm pouch and a trinket bag. And then when we start on the next video, the next part, we'll be making our way into Noxus Bayou, where we'll find a beckoning collar. And then our build is good to go. And because we're already there, we'll continue with that area. So dungeon order, we're going to do Noxus Bayou, then we're going to do Septemberg, then we're going to Crypt, and then on to Bone Beach. So yeah, buy 1 trinket bag, guys, and there you go, and equip the dual syringe. 1 trinket bag, do not buy anything else. So far, things we've collected a key, we've collected a trinket bag, we just bought one, and we've got Carry the Wisp and the dual syringe. Now come and talk to this guy. That's it. You can only buy this permit if you're level 5 in sidearms, and they go, it costs 2k. So buy that. That's it. All we've got to do now is get Beckoning Collar and our build is complete. We'll not be collecting anything else except for the train pass. Remember, in here, make sure you do not break any street lamps and do not touch the can. So once down here, that's it. I'm just going to quit to main menu, copy my save across, and that'll be it for that part. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on part 2 tomorrow. Part 26 tomorrow. Hey, welcome back everybody to part 26. Yes, back onto Mina. This is our below -1% playthrough. So we should be in Ossex in the city centre. Going to come out the underlab and make your way down and left. We're going to the backwaters. From there we're going to go into Noxus Bayou. We're going to get the Beckoning Collar pet, and then our build is good to go. We'll continue on with Noxus Bayou because we're already in there, so why leave it? Just come back later. So we'll get that area done. Then we'll do Septemberg, which is kind of on the way back to Ossex. Then after Septemberg, we'll go through Ossex. We'll do the Crypt area, Bone Beach, followed by Coltrane Peak and Ashel Orrery. We just got to make sure when we finish Bone Beach, we've got about 10k or close, so we can buy a train ticket. When we do finish up in Bone Beach, there will be that farmer spot nearby, which we've been using. So if you do need a few more, which I will need anyway, I think I ended up with about 7.5k when I finished Bone Beach. I'd farm just for about 5 minutes in order to get that extra bit of cash to buy the train pass. So I'm in backwaters. So I'm just going to pop it on the lab. Of course, always pop in, remember. I can't emphasise this enough, because I've done it myself. I've gone so far out in the underlab, then I've jumped in and realised it's not flashing blue. So for whatever reason, I've committed a sin. Probably due to my pet exploding, I think, and the shockwave. So always go in the underlab when you pass them, guys, and check that spark generator in the corner is still blinking. This room can be a bit annoying to get through with us flying enemies, shooting those green balls. Because it's quite hard to hit them. Because when you go to hit them, they're like back off. And it kind of messes it all up. But I'm through it. We're in Noxus Bayou. So another underlap. Pop in, have a look, get back out. One of the candles with the beckoning collar. There's quite a lot of candles in this area. You've probably noticed by now. But each dungeon will have 1 or 2 sidearms, which it reveals quite often in candles. For this one, it's a beckoning collar. Mistjar is Bone Beach. I forget the rest because they're the only ones I've mainly taken notice of. So we want to make our way into the second room. So the room after this one, and there'll be a crawl space at the bottom. We'll go through there, and it'll be the first candle on the right. It's going to take out that green sea monster, or the merman. Merman's probably my biggest fear. I hope I never come across one in real life. So that candle, there is the beckoning collar. So we're good to go. Just going to grab a few more bones. Of course, do not break any more candles. So right now, we are on 3 candles broken. Remember, we broke the one at the start to get the Vault Hatchet. We broke the one in Bone Beach, or sorry, Sandfalls to get the Mist Jar. And that one right there to get a collar. So 3. We can break 1 more, and then we cannot touch any at all. Otherwise, we'll commit sin. But you should need to break 4 anyway. So that last one is probably just like a bit of a safety net, just in case you do break 1. And you don't want to reset the room. You'll know that 1 is okay, or you might just want to always have that 1 just in case you break 1 and don't realise you've done it. Like I say, a bit of a safety net. So in this room, we are going to dig into that cog on that middle tower, the pyramid, to raise the water level. And we're going to make our way back north. Yeah, through here. I'm just thinking about that game just released. I think it releases today. What's it called? Oh yeah, the Relic First Guardian, I think it's called. But I wonder if it's any good. So they were supposed to send me a review copy, but for whatever reason, communication just went cold. So I have no idea what happened there. Yeah, a bit of a weird one that. Yeah, we'll send you a copy, and then it just went, the chat just went cold. And now I don't think I've got time to cover it. Because Beast of Reincarnation drops next week, and I'm hopefully getting another review code for another game next week, which comes out in nearer the middle of August. So probably don't quite have time for it now, so left it too late. The reviews are not great, are they? For it. Broken. Yeah, it was delayed quite a bit, wasn't it? So I mean, you just kind of hope they have released it in a final form. You know, not full of bugs. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd need to watch a few videos on it and decide then. But yeah, sorry, we're in here, guys. So be careful in this room. It is quite easy to die or misjar down the pit. I normally misjar past most of the enemies, but when I get in this corner, I try to kill all these. Because you need to attack them vines anyway. You don't want to get attacked from behind when you're attacking them, and you're not used to misjar for a moment. So I'm going to kill the giant frogman and raise the water level. Then I'm going to make our way to the top left corner, break the shortcut blocks and go through the top exit. And the final level we reach when we finish the game, by the way, I think I get to level 8. I think we get to level 9 on sidearms, but level 8 on everything else. So don't quite get enough to fully level up, but close enough. Thing is, because we're skipping the final dungeon, whereas usually you'd want to be max level for that, it doesn't matter too much. As long as we've kind of leveled up enough for the Astral Orrery, so that'll be our final dungeon. So 8 or 9, it kind of works out when you go for the blameless ending. So another underlap, Thick Thicket. So many underlaps on New Game. When you've been playing New Game Plus last, yeah, such a relief finding underlaps all over the place. Right, so I'm going to kill these two. Watch out for those bubbles. It's quite easy to jump into one of those green bubbles when you try and jump across, and it knocks you down in the water. And you're dead due to Mistjar giving you 1 HP. So I'm going to take out both frogs. Top exit. Be careful. I was going to burrow beneath that rock, but I was a bit worried about damaging the candle when I come out of the ground, so I'm going to leave it. Probably not going to give me much anyway. I think it's bait. Now this enemy's quite easy to kill, so it's all grouped up. So I think I'm going to just take them all out quickly. The only thing you need to watch out for in this area, in terms of committing a sin, of course you've got your general things you need to watch out for, you know, like candles, street lamps, things like that. But yeah, in this area, you know the Mock Moon mini boss, you cannot beat him. That counts as a sin. But we're not going in that direction anyway, so we're all good. I think he gates the mirror to Astral Orrery behind him. So yeah, you do avoid or miss that way in, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to do 3 other mirrors, you know, for the blocks, which will allow us to progress in the orrery later. So top exit here. In the stream, be careful. The water in the stream, it is deep. If you Mistjar on it for too long, you will fall in, you will get wet, and you will drown. So try to stay away from the water. That's it. Come through here. Now, something you do need to watch out for though, I have to mention this, but you know your pet, if you take damage and it explodes when it's gold like this, you know, when you've had it out for a while and it's kind of like upgraded, it will send out a massive shockwave, and it does go off screen slightly, so it's got quite a range. I think the range on it is about 1.5 screens, it's something like that. So if you fall in the pit and it explodes, you're probably going to break a bunch of candles. So if that happens, I'd probably recommend to just reset the room, you know, quickly close the app and reload it. Even if you think it didn't hit anything, probably just do it to be safe. Like I said, if it did some off screen, you're not going to know. And once you go into a new room, that triggers an autosave. Yeah, I'm taking this enemy out before I jump on that moving block, because I don't trust myself not taking too much damage or get knocked in the pits. I'm going to take out this one on the right and then burrow through this bottom exit. Kick down the shortcut rope. Use the underlap again if you want to. Just make sure you're still good for the blameless ending. Yes, it's still flashing blue. We're good to go. If it does happen to you get into one of these underlaps, guys, and it's not flashing, you're going to have to quit the title screen and copy your save across. This is why every now and then you just want to go to title screen, guys, and copy your save. And now I'm going to upgrade my sidearm, I think. It'll be useful for this boss. I think I'm normally copying my save. I think I do it once at the end of the videos, and normally once halfway through sometimes. Probably like every 15 minutes I am copying my save. Right, take out the big fat blue fish, the wet one. Right, final water level to race, and let's take this bottom exit. Almost at the boss. This boss isn't too bad. Thing is, just got to watch out you don't get sucked in, and you're not too close to him, because wherever the boss travels, it creates deep water below it. So if you're kind of touching the boss or behind it, you might fall straight into deep water as it's moving. So, but the collar is good because you can kind of like move just in front of the boss, and the pet will attack it, you know, from behind as you try to evade it by moving forward. So another underlap. This is the last one before the boss. let's go. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get Blasphemous 2 done, guys, before next week. Or get it started, at least. But with this done, Mina The Hollower, I'm just trying to work out how to do it with modifiers now. I've been thinking that I might be able to platinum within 5 hours by using the cheats. Can you imagine that? This took about, what, 15 hours, just under, without the cheats. But yeah, imagine under 5 hours using the cheats. So yeah, I mean, that probably is going to be more of a speed run than anything. Because yeah, I'm thinking if I am going to do it, I might just go in, you know, go all in as a speed run. So it'll be very fast. You know, but yeah, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards at the moment. I'm going to try and get it down to 5 hours. Because you know all the Bonestone crystals and things we collected on the 100%. You don't actually have to collect them for platinum, I don't think. For the 100% trophy, I think you need all trinkets, all upgrades, all weapon upgrades, and there's something else you needed. Can't remember what it was, but it's not Bonestones or keys. So don't even really have to get all the keys. And with the cheats as well, of course you unlock a lot more when you complete the game for the first time. But if you put the cheats on, which makes you get more bones, you go to the boss in Godred's grave, and it gives you about 80,000 bones. Just like that. So you don't even really have to kill any enemies. You just go through the start of the game as quick as possible, get to that grave, get 80,000, and that's you covered for the whole of the run in terms of bones. You're already max level, so you can put cheat on to make you max level. Of course, we're not popping any trophies when there's cheats on. You have to wait until afterwards, then kind of just try and work around him. But I believe it's possible, or I hope it is. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working out at the moment. Mina The Hollower with cheats, and then hopefully get into Blasphemous 2 before the weekend is out, hopefully. So I get it started before Beast of Reincarnation. Like I said, there's another game next week, which I'm hoping to get a review code for. So going up the Spark Tower now. We're not going to get Septemberg done, by the way, but we're going to get near the end on this video. We'll get to Tangled Woods. We'll get to that Underlab, and that's where we'll end the video for this one. And then we should get Septemberg and oh, the crypt area, forgot the name. Yeah, done in part 27. Part 28 will be Bone Beach and Coltrane Peak. And then, well, it's Bone Beach maybe. Then we've got part 28, 29, Ashwell Orrery, and Coltrane Peak, sorry, yeah. And then we do Blameless ending right at the end. So what's good about this as well, because you're losing a lot of bones when you come up here, because we've already got a trophy for completing the game without using the Underlab, we're fine to just go in the Underlab, take out all the bones, and use them to level up again. Yeah, this is why I think it's not wise to combine below -1% with no Underlab, because that means you cannot take out all those bones you get from Spark Towers. And of course, when it's below -1%, you don't have nothing else to spend money on, so you can put everything into levels, which is good, so you don't have to hold on to it. So I'm going to take out some bones, because I'm pretty much about to level up, so I only need 4,120 more. And there we go, another level up. So I go with my weapon, attack. So going to go back into Backwaters, and then north into Kindlewood, and follow that into September. Just going to copy my save across. We're halfway through, about 15 minutes. Seems like a good time to do so. Right, that's my save done. Copied into Shantae Swamp. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Somehow I fell in the water. Yeah, mice don't like getting wet, it seems. Can mice swim? I don't know. But I did leave my swimming trunks at home, so maybe that's why I'm having a bit of difficulty in the water. Right, so Underlab, I'm going to have to unlock the shortcut to get back out. So yeah, up these steps. Smash that, shortcut, rope, and take north exit. So do not attack these. If you kill Duggan, that counts as a sin. It doesn't matter if you damage him once by mistake when you pass by, you know, if your pet attacks it. But yeah, just get out there as quick as you can, guys. And come in here. Do not defeat Duggan. Now, as we make our way to Kindlewood, Septemberg, a few things to keep in mind. So we have to rescue the 3 kids. We cannot cut down any scarecrows. And I'm sure there's something else, but I can't quite remember what it was. Maybe that's it, actually. In fact, let me just look on the text guide. Make sure I don't forget anything. So I've listed everything in the text guide. So it's all there if you need it. Just remember to watch out for candles. Okay, so below 1%. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see? Okay, so we're in September, aren't we? Okay, so Kindlewood. Oh yeah, do not step on the leaf either. You know that dead leaf, which kind of appears when you jump on the block? Do not do that. That counts as a sin. Do not help the tomato farmer. He's a guy to the north in the station area. And if you survive near him, it heals him up and the other guy gives you bones. Yeah, do not do that. Do not burrow under Gordon. Yeah, Gordon is the guy or woman, don't quite know, that you have to dig beneath with the trinket on, which leaves ooze on the floor, and then it gives you a bone stone. Yeah, so do not burrow under him, and do not see Dark Deluxe. Dark Deluxe is one of the little mini bosses you can fight at the end after doing the Spark Tower. You've got to make sure you avoid that, but quite easy. And then the other ones, like I mentioned, do not release any scarecrows and save all the school children from the Carpet Man. So yeah, there's quite a few things to, I guess, pay attention to in Kindlewood in September. But as long as you're just going through a story, not doing anything else, it's really not too bad. I mean, it does sound like a lot of things to keep an eye on. But outside of the general things, yeah, it's not too bad. As long as you just stick to the story, nothing else, you're not going to do something by mistake or have to remember every single thing. So in this bit, I did want to kill those big enemies and get them to destroy all the rocks, because as you can see, there's a lot of bones behind them all. Now see these blocks here you can jump on to destroy them. These are the ones which will have a dead leaf inside, but it's a one in the station area. I'll let you know what block when we get there, but yeah, do not jump on that block because the leaf will come out and that is a sin. Yeah, apparently it's a sin to stand on dead leaves or something. Yeah, it's a fun old area where Mina the Hollower resides. So I'm going to take out all these enemies because they give you quite a bit of bones. You could farm these. You know, just go and use the underlab, come back, kill them all again, underlab, come back, kill them all again. It's one of the better farming spots in the game, especially when you've got the trinkets which increase your bone gain. Of course, we don't have that though, and we can't get it because you want to stay at below -1%. Okay, so I'm going to dive in. Yes, still blinking blue. I am good for the blameless ending. And I'm going to kill him again. Just remember guys, do not let down any scarecrows, because that will count as a sin. I think when I was in here, I think I actually forgot about that when I was recording. Because you don't need to do it anyway. Yeah, I just didn't even think about it. But I don't think you ever get anything good off letting down the scarecrows. There's that one scarecrow which has a shop. But yeah, that's the only one I think which gives you something good. I think maybe some of the others give you some bones. Or there might be one gives you bone stone crystal as well. But yeah, most of the others are just pointless anyway. Right, so shortcut right there. Now we're in the overgrowth. I'm going to take out the Ghostbuster. Use a torch to burn these blocks near the pit for the lift. I'm going to take him out. Yeah, it's taken quite a while to kill enemies for my sidearm. You have to remember that normally we've got uranium bracelet, remember, and try and think of the other trinket, which increase your damage. Yeah, we've normally got those equipped, and of course they increase your damage, so that's why sidearm seems to be doing more on New Game than what it is on this playthrough. It's because we don't have any trinkets to increase our damage. And yeah, when you get those bones to the north, you get quite a lot there. Right, make your way down it. Be very careful here. Yeah, it's quite easy to get attacked by that enemy. Right, kick down shortcut rope, destroy the pumpkin, and come here. So unlock the shortcut back to that underlab. So we've got a boss fight here. Madhouse, unavoidable. This one you can fight him. Remember, all the story bosses are okay to be defeated. It's only the ones related to side quests which you can't really touch, as it will count as a sin. It's kind of weird, really, that to get the blameless ending, they make you just avoid almost everything in the game. Whereas it's normally the opposite, isn't it? It's normally when you do 100% when you get the good ending. Well, bad ending, I guess, how you look at it. Right, got him. He went down pretty quick. The madhouse. So the next screen will be the station. So the station, there's a few things you do wrong here. So as I mentioned earlier, do not step on the dead leaf, do not burrow beneath Gordon, and do not talk to the tomato farmer in the top corner or heal him up. Right, leveled up again. Right, so farm crossing. Yeah, see that one there? Do not stand on that dead leaf. Just go straight to the left, guys, and you'll be okay. The 4 children, we're talking there. We've got to rescue 3 children. Come left into the withered farms in Septemberg. Right, do not talk to any scarecrows, remember. Just leave him. Right, we're going to continue left. You know where the children are to rescue, because it's in the points where Carving Man is chasing you. Each time he appears to chase you, there's a child to rescue, pretty much. And they are the only side rooms we're going to be going inside. I'm going to kill all these because these give you quite a lot of bones. Them flying pumpkins. Be careful in this room. There's one candle in this area. It's in quite a nasty spot. Because when you use the bounce pad to bounce up this ledge, if you land wrong, I think you can actually break the candle when you land, which is a bit sneaky. They've put it there. Yeah, so see that candle near that top ledge? Not the one on the wall, this one here. Yeah, be very careful. If you go on that bounce pad and you land on the candle, it will break. And yeah, I had to reload this room probably about 3 times because it kept happening. So make sure you jump on this right in the middle, that's it, and you clear the gap. And then use the underlap. Yeah, still flashing blue. Sorry, I have to keep checking, guys, and saying it out loud. So when the Carver Man appears here, you're going to try to quickly grab. Yes, grab that to enemy. Then I'm going to lure him away so I can destroy those green blocks. That's it, quickly go through here. So it's got some more of these enemies. Watch out for these. These can kill you when they scream. That one I'm not going to bother with because I can just mischarge straight past him. I'm going to get that yellow bone in the floor in the bottom left corner. So that'll give you 500, which is a nice amount. Then come through this log in the northwest corner. I had to think then what direction it was, so I almost said east. Yeah, northwest corner, come in here. So we're going to rescue the kids. First I'm going to destroy the enemies. Then cut down the blocks, grab the bones, because once you talk to the kids, the Carving Man's going to appear. Right, so that's kid number 1 done. 1 down, 2 more to go. In here, quickly stand on the switch and then take the far left exit before the Carving Man catches up to you. And we are safe for a moment. Yep, still flashing blue. So be careful in this room, of course the wind is blowing. Try to only jump pits when the wind is blowing in your direction of travel. It's very, very easy to try and jump against the wind, just because you're getting impatient and then just fall down the hole. What can happen as well is, if you leave it too long, sometimes you'll jump and the wind will change direction mid-air, and that's almost guaranteed you're going to fall in the pits. Right, top left exit. You can go south here if you want and kick down shortcut road, but you shouldn't need to do that. Right, so in the tractor area, Mist Jar makes these rooms a piece of cake. I think this is one of the best ways to get past him, because you can't even, I don't think you can jump. Can you jump? No, you can't jump, but I don't think you can even burrow beneath him. You have to just completely get away. Can't touch him at all. We're going to take out this big pig enemy, because they give quite a lot of bones. And then make our way into the barn next. The carbon man will appear again. And we're going to rescue child number 2. Then we'll get child number 3 in tomorrow's video. So once he appears, go through the north exit, quickly burrow beneath here, smash this doorway and go through the log. Right, kid number 2, Percy, whatever his name is. Oh, it's a squealer. Yeah, so once you rescue the squealer, Carving Man will appear. Quickly go back to the bottom right exit. Keep going west now. Now what you've got to be careful of here is that Carving Man doesn't come flying from the right, because he can charge at you when he's kind of got a line of sight, but you can't quite see what he's doing because he's off screen, so just be careful with that, guys. He doesn't just come charging. If you see it coming, be ready to, of course, Mist Jar through him. Right, under lab here in Crowtown. Watch out for these conduits. Yeah, if you're within about 5 tiles, the lightning will hit the conduit. But if you're outside of 5 tiles, away from them, the lightning will hit you instead. If it's going to hit you, you can either hide beneath a log to avoid it, or you can just Mist Jar and the lightning will not attack. Be careful with that candle. It's quite easy to break that candle after you destroy the blocks. So just be careful with that one. Right, this room, I'd like to take out this enemy first. And when you jump down this ledge, yeah, that's a bit risky of me there, jumping down when the lightning was about to hit. You probably want to wait until after the lightning before you jump down. That's it, because of course you can't Mist Jar when you're jumping down from a gap. And if it hits you in midair, yeah, you're probably going to be dead. So wait until afterwards. That's my better advice. Yeah, sometimes it's better to do as I say and not as you see me do. So grab those bones and kick down the shortcut rope. So jump down here. Yeah, remember, do not release any scarecrows. Now with all these farmers, I'm going to hoard them all up. That's it, and then just swarm them. Yeah, attack this door, and an enemy will come out, because we're going to go in there in a moment. So it leads us to the astral orrery, and we need to go in there to deactivate some of the blocks. So yeah, this is good. This might not be a bad farming spot if there's an underlab nearby. Well, there is actually in the next room. But it's nice I can just hoard them all up, and you've got like 10 enemies or so to fight all together. I think this is the only spot in the game where you can hoard up so many enemies at once. Okay, so once in the farmhouse, of course, destroy a few blocks so you can get past. The enemy at the top, you might get lucky and he might destroy them all for you, or you might kill him like I just did, and then you'll probably have to destroy the blocks yourself if you want the loot behind them. I'm not going to bother too much. So I'm going to level up attack, go through the mirror, deactivate a shortcut block, that's it, and grab these bones to the left. Just be careful in here that if you've got the pet out and you fall in the pit and it does that massive orange shockwave when it's upgraded, just reload the area because it'll probably smash some candles. Now I was going to kill this guy. Why not? Because he gives us some bones, quite a bunch. So we'll kill him, we'll go back in the mirror, and we'll make our way to the next save point, guys. Which will be it for this video. I believe there is a save point in this area to the south, this astral orrery. But you've also got a big mirror, it takes you back to the manor. So these mirrors can actually be used as a form of shortcuts, you know, connecting all the first 4 areas: Bone Beach, Septemberg, Crypt, and Noxus Bayou. Yeah, so back in the mirror. Right, let's make our way to the Underlab. Got about 2 more enemies to kill, and that'll be it for this one. This Underlab, the Carving Man does appear when you go in there, but if you come out and the Crypt and reloads, the Carving Man doesn't appear. I mean, it probably would if you went back in the Underlab, but it's going to appear in the next stream anyway. It doesn't really make much difference. Yeah, I thought it's just interesting to know that when he appears when you go in the Underlab, if you Crypt and reloads, it kind of like despawns him a flat room, and then it'll appear again in the next. Okay, so come in here, be ready to grab this enemy in the floor so it doesn't kill you when he comes out. There you go. Go in the Underlab, guys. Save your game. Yes, there's a Carving Man. Come back outside. Yeah, so he's appeared now, but when I quit and reload, he'll be gone. Yeah, so back to title screen. It's going to copy my save across, and that's another save copied until tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 27. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Mina The Hollower. This is part 27. We are in Septemberg. Going to get this area finished in this video and make our way into, I think we're going to do Bone Beach next. Or it might be the Crypt, can't remember which, but one of those two. So in this room, we're going to come down here to the bottom. Remember, this is our below -1%, so we're trying not to collect anything. You have to come into this room because we need to rescue the kid. Of course, we are rescuing all these in order so we do not commit a sin for leaving them to get captured by the Carving Man himself. Don't want him to get carved up into little pieces. And then once you rescue that kid, you're going to go back through. I think that's the last kid. So all we're going to do now, keep making our way northeast, and eventually we'll get to the boss area and we can knock him out. Going to press that switch to lower the spikes, come back down to the bottom, jump into the middle path, that's it, continue north slightly, and then go through that northeast exit where we just lower the spikes. I have started working on the guide with cheats. So far I've discovered that if you do 100% with cheats on, when you go into New Game Plus without the cheats on, you can turn them off before you start New Game Plus. The 100% trophy will pop when you collect your first bone. I did know this before, but I just want to confirm it again. Just make sure it wasn't a glitch when it happened the first time for me. So yeah, that works. We can also pop the trophies for like getting 1 stat to 10 while keeping the rest below 3. That's quite easy to do. Spending 50,000 bones in shops, taking 20,000 out from a bone center in one go. They're quite easy to do. For example, even if you bought everything in the shops on New Game, so New Game Plus, there's nothing available to buy. You can actually just keep selling things to Pointy, sell them, buy it back, sell them, buy it back, sell them, buy it back, until of course you spend over 50k for that trophy. But what I found you can't pop, so if you found all the fishing trophies on a file with cheats on, if you then load New Game Plus on that same file but without cheats, so you've already got all the trophies, you can't pop the trophy. I've not been able to pop it. Same for, I think, defeating, those mini bosses. Willis, Maxis, Evra, Duggan. I think that's the same. I mean, that one might pop if you defeat them all again. And that's something I didn't quite test out. Similar to the one for completing the minigames. I completed one minigame, it didn't pop. But maybe if I complete them all again. So I think the plan will be to kind of do maybe about 50% on New Game. We'll probably leave one fishing trophy. We'll probably leave those mini bosses I just mentioned. We'll leave the mini games, and you can do all those on New Game Plus. Get one more fish, pop the fishing trophy, of course, and that's going to kind of be the way around it. So yeah, I've got to go back and reconfigure my initial plan, which was going to be 100% first. So now we might do it a bit differently now. But you'll see once the video goes live. I mean, hopefully I've got it ready before this first guide without modifiers is finished. But anyway, so on to what we're doing now. Yeah, I'm a little bit off topic there to our current playthrough. So yeah, we're just making our way east, like I said earlier, guys, to the boss. I mean, it's not like I have to point anything out to you because we can't collect anything on this on our below -1%. It took me about 2 hours to 100% the game, by the way, when I was using cheats. So it's a lot quicker than this when it took us about 8 hours. And I think I could have been a lot quicker because I was kind of writing and editing the text guide at the same time. So yeah, 100% with cheats, probably do it in between 1 hour and 90 minutes. But I am going to be changing that up slightly. So I'm going to try to leave the New Game Plus until the leave 100% until the New Game Plus playthrough, perhaps. You know, where we can pop everything without anything kind of being glitched out, because we've already bypassed the trigger and we can't pass it again. For example, you've got all the fish, you can't get any more in New Game Plus, and so you cannot trigger that trophy to pop like you can 100%. 100% you can, so you just collect another bone and it kind of makes the game do the check it again to make sure you've got everything. But yeah, some of the other things it doesn't. So the carving man, yeah, it's going to keep these mist jar and the bacon and collar as always. Yeah, quite an easy one. But we will be level 99, I think, on when we do it with cheats. What I am worried about is when I make that guide with cheats, some of the techniques I use get patched eventually. I mean, that can happen, what can I do? But I doubt I'll be going to the game again and remaking anything. Unless bring out any DLC, I guess, and it changes things drastically. I'm surprised they haven't nerfed this build yet, the Mist Child with the beckoning collar. Maybe it's because we're glass cannon and we die in one shot. If we do not spam that button. Right, got him, or her. She's dead. She's been eliminated. A little tiny head in the middle. So grab all loot. Do not take the health rose, of course. That's it, I'm going to level up my defense. Again, do not take the health rose. Right, it's going to go and do the windy generator. Going to pop in here. Yeah, it's still flashing blue on the top left. Yeah, I've got to try and think now how I'm going to redo my guide with cheats. Now that you can't pop them fishing trophies and things, you've already completed the requirements on a file with cheats enabled. So with these, if you've actually got the no aggro modifier on, sometimes they don't attack, but if you attack one on the lower side, when it respawns, it will of course be alerted to you then because you've attacked it, and then it will destroy it. But that's something you need to worry about when we do it with cheats. You know, I am trying to do it with cheats in 5 hours, so I'm going to try and do it. I've not played this on my main account yet, because I've been trying to wait, and I'm going to try to memorise the whole platinum run with cheats, and I'm just going to try and do it really quick on my main account. So that might be one video, guys, once it goes live. A long one, yeah, but one video I think, which is like platinum speedrun, 4 hours. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm kind of confident I can get it under 5. That's what I'm going to try and plan for. So we've done that windy generator. I'm going to come back down here, go in the tunnel near the underlab. Now that the spikes have come down, the generator barriers, whatever they're supposed to be, they only get removed once you've repaired the spark tower. Yeah, be careful here, I almost died. Right, I'm going to take out the big tomato beast. Yeah, you got to watch out for these enemies. If you're growing any tomatoes anyway, guys, you'll find a lot of these in your garden. So you might want to get like a little guard dog, a little guide hedgehog or something to scare them away. Right, so here we go. Mist jar through him, and the pet will do the work. Like I say, you need a pet as some kind of security. There's actually a cheat in one of the menus. It doesn't unlock it until you complete the game for the first time, so that the pet is always active. Yeah, just literally always active, and it doesn't even count as a sidearm at that point. You know, that would be really good if you could put that on and not disable cheats, because then it only kind of use one miss jar, one sidearm slot, sorry. So I'm just going to kill that big beast again to give a lot of bones, and press the button, lower the spikes, take top left exit and leave the sewer. I'm going to talk to the teacher. She'll be amazed that you rescued all the children, guys, and give you a little reward. But we're not going to do that anyway, of course, because we're doing below 1%. Yeah, do not talk to the teacher, guys, because you do not want that trinket. I mean, maybe you want some gratification or something for doing a good thing. You can get a nice compliment. Just leave it. We do not want to get a trinket. So in here, you'll see the kids have been rescued. Do not talk to the teacher. That's it. Just come straight back out. You'll see all the kids in there, so you know you've collected them all. But you know anyway if you've committed any sins, because the small spark generator in your underlap will not be flashing blue. And it's still flashing blue. I am still good and on track for completing the game without committing any sins. I don't like this left hand passage because sometimes it takes your pet a while to start attacking that enemy. So I'm going to take out these three around the campfire. So I'm getting a bit jealous that they're enjoying themselves and I have to worry about unlocking trophies. So take them all out. They're only plotting their way to get revenge on you anyway. So best not to let them finish the plan. Back down here afterwards into the overgrowth and then right into the western wilds. Okay, the occupied bridge. I say you can kill this game, but these two don't really give you much. But if you add that modifier one in the menu, which makes it so enemies are leveled up, these guys will give you about 500 each, so it's a lot more. Right, so in here, and that's probably actually good for them guys around that campfire. You know, level them up, they'll give you a lot more then. Right, in here, we're going to kick down that shortcut rope. And then we're going to go through this pipe. Destroy this block, that's it, so we can access Pawnty's shop later. Come back through the pipe, come right into the screen into the city centre on the top level. Smash that to create out shortcuts. That's it, come down to the street and go left into the high street. Once in the high street, continue right and exit. Come into Eastern Heath. Yeah, Maxie will appear. Just leave her or him, or whatever gender they identify as. Yeah, just leave them there. If you kill Maxie, that will count as a sin, and of course we do not want to do that. We are going to take this way, because if you go the other way you have to use a key, so of course we can't. So come around this way in order to get access to the crypt. So it looks like we're doing the crypt next, not the Bone Beach. Oh, okay, so Bone Beach will be after this one. Yes, carefully jump across. Remember, do not collect anything, do not break any candles, do not break any street lamps, do not kill a can in Ossex, and avoid pretty much all side quests. For example, in the crypt, you know that side quest for digging up all the graves, do not do that, because it counts as a sin. Yes, digging up graves is not a very nice thing to do. I've asked the corpse which are laying in there, they are not very happy about it. And of course relatives and whatnot. Right, so up here, yeah, looks like I'm going to kill that knight. So again, if you've got on that mod which scales the enemy, that knight will be the stronger ones. You know, they're like lions with the red shields, and they give you a lot more bones. So press that top left switch, come in here next. You can break that weak wall to make a shortcut. Well, not shortcut, sorry, to find some bones hidden behind it. Yeah, it's not really much of a shortcut there, it's a dead end. Gonna kill that enemy, come in here next and destroy that second grave from the top left. Second gravestone. You can destroy these graves, just not that one where the NPC is where you have to do the quest for her. So once in the spike vault, of course, do not break anything. Just kick down the shortcut rope, break that shortcut, come out here, press a switch to lower the spikes, and defeat the knight and take the east exit into the crypt area. You know, I should probably log back onto my text guide to make sure I know exactly. It's been a while actually since I thought about all the sins. Right, so let's go and have a look. Mina, below 1%, walkthrough. By Optinoob. Okay, so I'm just taking out some bones there to level up. Yeah, so new game below -1%. So where are we going now? Into the crypt area. Okay, so another thing, you know in Knight's Rest, you cannot visit Mina's grave. It's not Knight's Rest, it's Mourner's, I thought it's Mourner's Mile or something. Yes, you cannot visit that grave, but of course we're not going to do so anyway, because you need more sparks and the key to access it anyway. So in the crypt, do not trigger the Midden's fight, do not entomb the Duke, and do not dig up all the graves or the Gravedigger Sodsby, like I mentioned earlier. So you can't do any of those side quests. The Duke is quite a major one, because when you complete the Duke side quest, you get access to that trinket, which makes it so you can respawn if you die only once. Yeah, so unfortunately, if you're going for Blameless Ending, you cannot get that trinket, which allows you to, basically saves you one time. And in here, so this is that room where if you dig up the graves, it completes the side quest. So do not dig up any graves. It's going to kill these enemies. Careful you don't fall down any pits. Let's grab all these bones. Right, press the switch up here. Yeah, the switch just there. Take north exit. Yeah, these yellow enemies should give you quite a bit of bones. And again, if you level up the enemies, I think that will be one of the ones which changes it into a wolf. Or, you know, into like an enraged version. Once you delete the first health bar, they get enraged and spawn in a second. Of course, they'll give you more bones if you wanted to level them up like that. We're going to enter the manor when you get here, the foyer. The haunted house, so to say. So once in the haunted house, just going to drop into under that. Make sure we're still good for sinless ending. Yes, we are. It's flashing blue. Come down the steps. Remember, do not do the Midden side quest, and do not complete the Duke side quest either. We have to completely avoid them. Here, remember, you can use the arrows to attack the enemy, like so. I don't think you even have to press that switch there, because you can actually jump past it and glide, can't you? Oh no, because it's up here, forget that. Yeah, because that actually lowers the spikes in top right, I'm forgetting. I was thinking about getting past them bushes you cut down. Yes, you can technically get past them without cutting them down, but yeah, the spikes from the next room, so you have to let down the spikes. Getting them mixed up. Yeah, getting the metal stuff mixed up with the natural stuff. Okay, so in this room, take the northwest exit, crouch beneath that fence, grab the maiden's head, lob it at the headless statue, guys, and that will lower the spikes. And we can go down some more stairs. Just waiting there for the enemy to come on screen so I can kill it and get the bones. I was about to say rupees then, that's a different game. Right, again, down some more steps, underlab there, hop in. Make sure your generator is still flashing light blue. Remember, you can always quit if you want to, guys, and copy your save file just in case. Right, so in here we're going to enter the Astral Orrery. We want to deactivate a block. So yeah, Mirror's End. That's it, just hit that to disable the blue blocks. Come back inside to the southeast exit. Do not grab the bone stone. Remember, we cannot grab bone stones either, or keys, because that counts as completion percentage. We want to kill these enemies in this room, because when you come back through, they're going to be attacking you, and they're going to knock the statue's head out of your hands. Yeah, it's very greasy to hold. Just wait for that spinning spike thing to go back. Grab the heads. Gonna grab the bones. Right, take us back to that middle room at the crossroads. Lob it on one of the headless statues. I don't think it matters to which. Of course, to keep things nice and easy, we're just going to lob it on the closest one to us. So I believe that's going to be a little bit faster. Right, I didn't get any bones because my pet damaged him. Kind of made him immune for a few seconds. Right in here, you might want to kill these enemies just so on your way down. Yes, you're not going to run into an enemy when you're carrying the head. Remember, when you're carrying that head, you cannot use the mist jar. This is why you need to be very careful. So I'm just going to take them all out. Make sure you take out that wizard, otherwise she'll keep respawning them. Yeah, all them things she can respawn, and she decides to respawn a pair of legs constantly. Yeah, the AI is very weird in this room. So grab a head. Right, drop down here, quickly take a south exit, then jump and glide back across to the crossroads and complete the final statue. Yeah, she's blind as well. She's got a blindfold on. Look at this. We're doing all this repair work in the crypt and we just keep getting attacked for it. We're just trying to make the place look a bit nicer. Right in here, I'm going to take out the enemies. Press the switch and take north and exit. The crypt isn't that long of an area, I don't think, dungeon-wise. I think it's quite a short one. You know, all things considered compared to the others. And yeah, this is the final stairwell. Just in case you didn't realise. Once you get in the ancestral chamber, do not go through that vile lock on the right that leads to Midden. And if you fight him, you're going to commit a sin. Of course, I don't think it will spawn that anyway, because you need to speak to him in the other spots to make him appear there. And we haven't done so. Here, to keep making your way north. Yeah, watch out them enemies who extend their arms at you. Okay, so in this room, we're trying to take north exit. We're not going to bother going left. We do not want to touch the Duke, because it'll be a sin if we rescue him. Grab the statue head from behind that weak wall on the left, and then come north, guys, to enter the boss room. So just as always, you're going to keep spamming the mist jar while the pet is out doing all the work. Now be very careful in this room. There's 4 candles and you don't want to break them. So if your pet detonates for whatever reason, of course a blast might break the candles. So if that happens, you're just going to have to close out, guys, and restart this room before you leave and create an autosave. Yeah, just close the app like we normally do when you die. So just reset the room's progress and begin back at the entrance. There's something else I should mention. You know Panino, the NPC in the station underside. So Panino, you can buy certain trinkets and upgrades from her, which you can find later on in the game, and it saves you having to go and collect them. Well, the trinkets that Panino sells are the ones you find in the Ashal Orrery and Radiant Manor. Sorry, no, ignore that. Coltrane Peak, sorry, and Ashal Orrery. Yeah, Coltrane Peak and Ashal Orrery. For some reason, it's just the trinkets you find in them 2 locations. You can just get them a lot earlier if you buy from Panino. I thought it's going to be ones which are like really hard to get or require some kind of like side quest. And then, you know, after paying a bit more attention, I realised it's just the ones, like I say, found in those 2 locations. So once you beat the boss, do not collect the health rows. Come north, come outside, and make way to generator. Now it's actually a hidden room here. I noticed it in a different playthrough. So you see the top of this cathedral. If you go into the back of it, it's actually a hidden doorway, like a back door, and in there will be 200 bones, I think it is. I know it's not a massive secret, but it's something which I just randomly found out. I think I found out because I had it on fast speed and I held down, and of course I went a bit too far and walked into the back of the house, but just happened to enter it, a secret room. So make way up this tower, I'm going to try and get all the borrow spots on the way up. Get some free bones. Of course, these will all convert into my bone bank afterwards, and I can use them to level up later. You know, with cheats, we might end up doing about 4 playthroughs. I know it probably sounds like it's going to be longer. It's not. Just have trust. Yeah, the thing is, because with cheats, you need to do a few setup playthroughs where you can't pop any trophies because you've got cheats on, but you can set it up for New Game Plus. You know, so that's kind of what you have to do a few times. Okay, so tower is done. So what have we done? We've got the September done on this one, and the crypt area. And I guess the next stop will be the Bone Beach. So come back down south to the bottom. Yes, into the Tower Tunnel, Mourners Mile. Oh, so this is Night's Rest, is it? That's Mourners Mile. That's what I've wrote that down by something. Why is it not letting me access this? I hate it when it does this. Sometimes Google Docs, they just kind of like lock up. They don't lock up, but the option to edit it just disappears for me on my phone. I don't know what happens. I can edit them fine on the PC, but for some reason, sometimes the edit option don't appear. I don't know what happens. I don't know, some kind of like some do with a catch or something. But anyway, so we're going to come back down towards Ossex once you leave the crypt, and then from there we're going to make our way south. I believe we're making our way to Bone Beach next. I know there is a lock there, but you don't need to break it. You can just smash these bushes and take this path. Yeah, so do not defeat Duggan either. Come down here. That's it. So we've already unlocked most of the path to Bone Beach. Remember, we did it before when we grabbed a dual syringe. So if we're going that same route, sifted sands. Might as well grab these bones on the way past. It's not many, but it all adds up. Right, let's check. Make sure it's still good for sinless. Yes. Top left generator still flashing. I'm going to take all these bones, so I think I can almost get a level up. Not far off. Yeah, well, I'm going to be about 300 bones off next, so I should be able to bone up shortly. Right, so once you've got all your bones, providing you don't need them anymore, you can leave them in there. If you're too far off from a bone up, guys, you can just leave them in there if you want. It's up to you. So what I'm doing with this is I want to actually destroy that last set of minecarts on the bottom right, so that'll lead us to a train station later. Right, that's just unlocked, ready for later. Right, we're going to come up here, go through a shortcut we're unlocked way back. That's it, in the bone junction. Go through the pipe to go back to the tent. Yeah, so once on Bone Rush Trial, come to the Underlab, make sure you're still good for the blameless ending. Yes, it's flashing blue. Going to make our way up this mountain next to the mining camp. We're not far off, guys. Video's almost done. Yeah, it might actually be 30. It might actually be in 30 parts as well. Because this video was over an hour long. I've had to cut it down a bit just because it's too long for one part. But I need to get ready, so I need to start working on Beats of Reincarnation soon. Beats of Reincarnation and possibly Sinking City 2, hopefully. You know, I hope that game turns out good. I'd like to have a good survival horror at the moment to play like Resident Evil. I know they've dived, I didn't really play Sinking City 1, but I know apparently with number 2, they've gone more kind of survival horror-esque. They've lent more into that than the previous one. I think Sinking City 1 was more like an adventure type game. But yeah, apparently number 2 is more survival horror, so we'll see. But hopefully that's going to be really good. I hope it is. I always planned to play number 1, I just never got time to do it. I don't know, maybe if I really enjoy number 2, I might try to go back to 1 in the future, guys, that remastered version they released, and do go for that. But that wouldn't be any time soon, because August, September and October are pretty stacked. So once at the beach creature, going to break that shortcut wall on the left, so you might need it later. Just going to take out this red birdie first. You know what's going to happen, since I stop for like a split second to hammer that wall, it's going to attack me. So inside the beach creature, we're going to destroy this big green bogey or blob. And then the red spikes will retract and will be on the underlap. And I believe that'll be it, guys. Yeah, that yellow block there normally has quite a few bones inside it. Just got to try not to touch the spikes, they'll kill me. Right, so don't want to level up next. Right, there we go. So once you get to that underlap, guys, I'm going to quit, copy my save across like always. And then we're good for part 26. Or it's part 27, is it? Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 28 tomorrow. We're back on part 28 of Mina The Hollower. In Bone Beach, just one thing I didn't mention, or a few things, just regarding the blameless ending. So things you can't do here in Bone Beach. I cannot save the fiancé. That's a guy locked up in the cell. He's probably best off left there anyway, rather than being saved and going back to his missus. And do not break the message in the bottle by the shore. That was back in the southwest corner. So if you break that, that will also void the blameless ending. So that's something else you need to look out for. But as I said way back at the start of the guide, as long as you follow me, do not do any like sidetracking, any side quests, anything like that. You shouldn't run into any problems. And just keep in mind those general things I mentioned, you know, regarding breaking them. Street lamps, the candles, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so go through Bone Beach. Going to carry on through here. And soon we're going to be defeating the Mind. If you remember, that's one of the only bosses you can't really use the Mist Jar build with. I mean, there's a few others where you have to adapt it and evolve it slightly. You know, where it only works in phase 1 and 2, and then phase 3 you have to do something different, like the boss in Astral Orrery. But this boss you almost can't use it at all. You can use the Mist Jar, but the collar doesn't seem to attack it. I don't know why the Mist Jar don't... sorry, not the Mist Jar. The collar doesn't attack the boss. Maybe it's some kind of bug. It might be patched in the future. If it does, great. That means this build will work. You can always test it just in case it does get patched in the future. But yeah, that's why it don't work on that boss. The collar, the pet, does not attack the eyeballs. So once through that underground area, we'll come back outside here. We are going to go into this tent and make our way to the Astral Orrery. I believe we go into this one. So take out his 2 enemies first. Burrow inside it, take out that enemy on the right. Do not break any of these chests, because they've all got little tiny mites inside them. Once the mirror's end, disable them red blocks, and then go back through the mirror. Yeah, once you've been through the mirror, back outside here on the worm's back, make way top right, go through a conveyor belt area, and in a moment we're going to be in that annoying room where you have to keep dropping down from above, landing on the hooks, and fall down in a very specific spot in order to press the buttons on the lower level. And then after that we've got that platform section where the screen is constantly moving. I hate that room. There's 2 of them. Good thing with cheats is you can speed it up, and because you can't really die you can just stand there, speed up, go and do something. Just when you're doing it without cheats where it gets quite annoying. So I took at that enemy, I'm going to jump down in the top right corner. Now see then, when I dropped down the pit, my pet broke, but luckily it did not destroy any candles. That's what you've got to watch out for in this room, guys. So when you drop down this pit, it's going to make your pet die. And of course, it could break candles. So you just want to be very, very careful dropping down these pits in these couple of rooms. I'm going to take out these 2 enemies by just dashing around in the square. Then I think we're going to go down the underlap, destroy my pet down there, and then come back up. Because you shouldn't really need your pet anymore in this part. You know, after you kill these 2, the brain and the massive lump of goo. There you go. So go down the underlap. Now, yeah, you might want to destroy your pet down there. I mean, I didn't, but I should have. Oh, it's because I've got to kill these 2 again. Just make sure there's no pets nearby. If your pet is yellow, sorry, no candles nearby. If your pet's yellow and you detonate it, it does that massive AoE. It's not too bad when it's kind of purple, because it's only like a really small blast then. But yeah, be careful when it's yellow. Right, so once at the top level, you need to jump across the hooks carefully. Take out these two miners, or one of them at least, this one to the north, so you can get past him, and you need to hop on a hook and drop into this hole. There we go. See, the pet just exploded. That's what I mean, be very, very careful. Well, I'm not going to summon it again. Press that button to lower the first set of spikes. Drop it down, go back into that middle hole, and fly up to the top floor again. Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to get his bones. I don't really know why. I guess it's a few extra at the end of the day. A few extra bones can always be helpful. Right, jump on them, hop right, and back up to the top floor. Up here, we now need to make our way to the bottom right. So again, use the silver hooks. Remember, the silver hooks will not destroy after you hold on. It's only the gold ones which break it after a moment. And yeah, I fell down. I was about to cut that out. That's why I saw me exit to the main menu. But I thought, no, I just have to leave it in. Right, so you want to hop across. First destroy that shortcut block on the left, just in case you miss his jump like I just did. Yeah, press the pressure plate, hop back across, go left slightly. And if I'm quick enough, no I'm not, no way. No way near am I going to make that. So let's do it again. Pressure plate, hop back across. Go to the left side of that platform. And hop to the top right. Press that switch. Now this part, again, be careful. Your pet might destroy the candles. Yeah, there was a brief edit there, because my pet actually did destroy them. I had to close game and reload it in order to reset the room. So yeah, be very careful there. When you drop down that pit to the north, your pet might explode and destroy the candles. So you might want to go down under that first, destroy the pit, and then come back up. Of course, when you're here, don't really matter, as long as you don't fall in a pit. This bit's actually quite hard, because there'll be these enemies coming up. And you don't really have much space to use your mist jar. So it might take you a few attempts. I try to let you know what works for me, and hopefully that will help you get through it a bit quicker. You know, so I've done some of the trial and error already. Yeah, don't jump across that next one until there's only one platform remaining on that one on the left. Right, so here, this will merge into 4 in a moment. Right, just going to hit this enemy once, and I did heal up, I want full health. Hit him once, move downwards, and then hit him again, and he should almost be dead. Like I say, heal up before you fight him, because he's likely going to hit you. Now, with this big yellow catch of bones, attack it from the right so all the bones go flying to the east, of course. Otherwise, you're going to lose most of them. Drop down here behind the candles. Again, these 3 are a bit annoying. You might want to attack the bottom one first on the right. And if you plan it right, you can maybe attack them both at the same time. These normally take about 2 charge hits and a few hits from your pet to destroy them. You could try to just avoid them altogether. To be honest, that's probably the safer option. But you'd have to put your pet away if you want to do that. Okay, so here you need to hang on the golden hooks. And there is an underlap. Just up inside, make sure you're still on good for blameless ending. Yes, I am, so it's flashing blue. Come back outside. Right, so I'm going to try and get some of these bones in the middle. Yeah, every time I try and get that bone on the left, I always get flattened by the wall. Always. I might have done it once a long time ago. But I always remember getting flattened by that the last probably 5 or so attempts. So after getting the bones you wanted, come down here, of course. Try to avoid breaking any candles, as usual. Yeah, but that's a complete waste of time. That is how not to do this. And luckily my pet wasn't yellow, otherwise it would have destroyed these 2 candles. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, I would have just reset the room. Okay, so down here I'm going to open the shortcut and get some bones from this big yellow square of bone storage. Continue down the conveyor belts at the bottom. Jump on the hook and quickly jump to that upper platform before it goes back left. Do not go down that path on the left yet. Wait for the ledge to come back out and then quickly go down here Attack a few of these so you can jump past. That's it, without any trouble. Right, and once that comes back out, come down here and hopefully you got through without too much conflict. There are some strong enemies coming down here. You can try and kill them. I'm going to try and kill this gas enemy. If I can. I think my pet does most of the work. And I could just grab these hanging bones on the way. That's quite lucky. Yeah, it fell down. There'll be a brain enemy here. My pet's triggered him already before I could get a chance to attack. It went down easy enough. And on the bottom right is a golden set of bones. Just going to grab that before I go through the warp point, which will take you back up to another lab, guys, and just before the boss of this area. Yeah, the mind. Right, kick down the rope, under lab, hop inside, make sure it's still flashing blue, come back out, toggle your vials if you needed to. Right, so we're going to get mined by the mind if we're not careful here. Remember, you cannot use your pet. It will not quite target. I think it targets the outer eyes, but the actual boss itself in the middle, yeah, it gets all confused because it's got too many eyes. It doesn't know where to target. So just keep going around the boss. I guess I go anti-clockwise, but it doesn't really matter which way you go, and destroy one eye at a time. That's it, like so. Remember, when you see the kind of like blue lines coming out from the corner of the screen, that means one of the eyes is going to shoot out the ring. And if you see blue lines coming out, that means it's going to shoot a laser at you. And if you see the boneless skeleton appear on the right, then of course it's like a little bone serpent's going to come out. You can kill them if you plan your attack with the correct timing. As it's getting close to you, release your hammer and you can kill it in one go if you hit it in the head. Remember, always go for the head. I learned that somewhere. Okay, so last stage, remember you can use the mist jar on this if you need to. Right, after 3 bashes it will stop. You can quickly get 1 or 2 hits in. But always watch out for them lasers. If it's red or blue, so you know if it's going to be a ring or a blue one. If it's going to be a blue one and you think you're not going to get an attack in time before you get attacked yourself, then do not risk it. Just play it safe, wait until the next opportunity to attack it. I think I died twice to this, so it did go quite smoothly actually. So I remember when we did the New Game Plus, I died a lot of time. I mean, you don't see, so I cut him out sneakily, but pretend you didn't hear that. Yeah, I cut out all my deaths in New Game Plus quite a lot. I must have spent about 20 minutes on this boss. In that I probably died 20 times, something like that. And then this time I do it first time, when I've got an even worse build. Okay, so grab all the bones he drops, as always. But do not take the health rose. Maybe take it on Valentine's Day, give to somebody. But no, do not take the rose, leave it. Remember, it will count as completion percentage. And one item is the difference between -1% and 0%. So that'll be no trophy. So once outside, under lab, just going to check, make sure I'm still good to go for blameless. Yes, I've still not done anything wrong. I'm still viewed as a good Samaritan around these parts. So I'm just going to go back to title screen. Copy my save across, I guess, just in case. So 1 hour 56 so far, not too bad. But yeah, got about 1 hour to go. And we're platinum. There's 2 more videos to go after this one, guys. To be honest, they probably won't quite be an hour combined, because when we get to Lionel fights, I'm going to speed it up like I did on New Game Plus. Oh no, sorry, we don't even need to do that, do we? Because we're skipping that dungeon. Yep, forgot about that. Oh, such a good feeling to know that I'm not fighting Lionel again. It's awesome. Well, not without modifiers anyway. So make our way up here. You might have been tempted to take the Iron Steeds and get along quicker. Don't, of course. Because you take the Iron Steeds and then you're going to have to get these 2 pets back so you can choose the bosses. So under lab there, shoreline generator. Let's go. Let's climb this tower again. If you want more bones, try to land in all the holes if you can. And these parts are the green barriers which have got like small flashing bulbs on them. You can attack them like I have. Keep making way upwards. That's it. With cheats, you can also, you know that surge line, which comes in electrify, you can turn it off. So it makes climbing this really easy, like pretty much no time limits. Right, 2 more of these. I think these are both on the same level. Oh no, it's these next 2. Yeah, these 2 both on the same level. So I'm going to leave the 3 green bogies. Try and get these 2 quickly if I can, just in the nick of time. 1 more to go. And it should be at the top. And I'm not far off a bone up. I mean, I'm going to get about 1,000 for completing it. Which should put me at just under 7. What are we at? Oh, 6-6. So yeah, very, very close to a bone up. I'm probably going to take all these out. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take them out. And also, sorry, I forgot to mention, you need to save these bones. Do not spend these. You need to save them for a train. You might be saying I didn't tell you one time, but I did, because we just got all these from a spark generator. Yeah, do not level up with these bones. Do not level up. You actually do have to buy the train. I did make a mistake when I mentioned it on one of my previous videos where I said, if you leave it until last, you don't have to pay anything. You do, it's because we had the training pass already from previous playthrough. My bad, just a bit of an oversight from me. But yeah, you want to deposit all of these. There we go. Deposit all your current bones inside that bank for the train. Once done so, now however many more you need, we're going to farm it, go back to our very first farm spot. It's going to be a brief edit here, guys. We'll cut out some of my farming. But yeah, this first farming spot, so back over here, and now just farm the excess of what you need. You need 10,000 altogether, remember, in order to unlock the train. 10,000. So just farm the excess. I put in, what's it, 6,697. So I need to get about 3,500 more. So I'm going to kill this 4 times, I think. So that's 1 time. You should remember how to kill this by now. Just come to that bottom right conveyor. Use your hammer. Hold the charge button down. Then when he looks like he's about to grab you, just roll to the right to avoid it. Hit him with charge attacks. Once he's dead, of course, grab all the bones. Come back over here. Go through the library. Spawn him. Go back and repeat. Yep. Live, die, rinse, repeat. Just keep doing that. So I've got to do it about 4 times. Like I say, I need to get about 3,500 because I put away just under 7. So brief edit, guys. So this is my last kill. Probably took me about 5 minutes. Of course, if you are trying to do the speedrun, this is going to eat towards your time. So try not to do it too long if you can help it. But we are going to have 1 hour to spare, which is plenty of time. So you don't need to worry too much about it. I've no idea why I'm taking that way. So once back at Sandy Station, going to deposit the remaining funds in order to get a train back up and running. There you go, pull a slot machine, you'll get a train ticket. And we now need to go to Coltrane Peak. Go ahead and pick a destination. Are you sure? Yes. Coltrane Peak, let's go. Make sure you got your winter jacket on, guys, this area. Right, here we go. So yeah, I've got my winter jacket, I've got my water bottle, I've got my willy warmer. Everything we need to make sure we don't get frostbite. So the fateful cliff, Thorn is going to appear. We're going to take him out. I actually died a lot on this fight as well. I think I spent about 30 minutes trying to do it. What makes this fight annoying is the arena gets very small and it's very easy to misjar off the edge. I watched somebody else do it. Yep, his name was Optinu. He did it about 20 times when he was recording the video. Yeah, just be very careful. You might want to practice. See, like I'm doing here now, I'm not going right to the end, I'm trying to stick in the middle part. And see in the middle part, so there's kind of like texture in the middle, then it's kind of a clear pattern in like a diamond shape, and then it's textured again. That clear pattern where it starts getting textured again, that's going to be how wide the arena will be, or sorry, how narrow, when all the sides have been destroyed. So you're going to try to keep within that clear part of the floor. And if you can manage that, guys, like I say, if you try to practice it before it's destroyed, then I hope you're going to be ready for it. I just keep spamming the button and moving left and right at once. I know sometimes the pet might take a moment to start attacking him just due to where he is and where the pet is. But trying to adjust yourself by, you know, going up and down or diagonal, it can mess everything up. Because of course, in order to get in a specific spot, like quickly, you'd have to stop using Misjar. And just that moment you stop, you could get killed. So it's best to just keep doing the same for the whole fight. There you go. So look how small it is now. Yeah, be very, very careful. And got him. I've also dodged off the edge when I killed him before. I killed him, I was like, finally. And then I just kept going. And I was like on the far right side of the screen. I think I just looked off the screen for a moment thinking I've got him. And then I come back and I had to beat him again. I thought he'd be dead at least. Right, so Frigid Station. And by the way, another thing is you can only use the train once if you want to get the blameless ending. If you use the train more than once, it'll count as a sin. But apparently, according to the official guide, it's okay if you die to Thorn. It's okay if you die to him, because that only counts as one time still. But of course, if you did die, you would have just closed the app and reloaded, so it wouldn't have mattered to reset the room. Anyway, that's it, part 27, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry, part 28. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on 29 tomorrow. Hey, welcome to part 29. Yeah, one more part to go after this one, guys, and we've got Platinum without the modifiers. In Coltrane Peak, we're still doing below 1%. We're going to come down this rope. You can normally go up that screen and cheat a little bit if you've got the Hollower gauntlets, I believe, and the Tuning Codex. But we don't, so we're just going to do it the normal way. Yeah, you can come along here. Be very, very careful when you're kicking these ice out of the way. I really hate this area just due to how much you slip on the ice and you can fall down. Once you get to the end, I'm not going to bother killing these. Going to get out that top right exit in here. I'll probably kill these two, the little snowy bunny rabbit and the snowball bouncing around. In this video, we're going to get this area done and half of the Astral Orrery. And then all it's got to be done in the final one tomorrow, part 30, is the last half of Astral Orrery, and that's pretty much it. We're skipping the last mana, remember. Because going for a blameless ending, we can skip it, which is nice. You've got to make sure you pick the correct choice at the end. When Lionel asks you if you want to join him or not, if you kind of say no, then it pushes you towards having to do the Radiant Mana. So you've got to be very careful you do not skip the dialogue on that last part, but we'll cover that in part 30 when we get there. So of course, remember, do not break any candles. There's still quite a few scattered about. I'm going to kick down that shortcut rope just in case. I think the only thing in the Coltrane Peak you have to be aware of is, you know Rupert? I think Rupert is a guy who gets trapped beneath the ice in the top left corner when you get in that room with loads of rails everywhere. Yeah, you just can't rescue him, I think. So all you do is you leave him. I guess because you talk to him and he jumps out into the water, he gets stuck in. I guess maybe that counts as a sin. You baited him into going out there. And he almost died. So yeah, just completely leave him, Rupert. But we're going to be leaving him anyway, because we're going through the dungeon as quick as we can. Here, I'm trying to kill these 3 bunny rabbits. The ninja bunnies. And before I jump across, I think I am going to heal up. Yes, there we go. Just be careful you do not dash off the end when you try and get past those spikes. Heal up, come along here, using the rail. Guess I'll kill these 2 as well. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it with cheats. Yeah, because there's so many ways to do it, and it's just try and get my head around it. It's like scrambling my head a bit. But I'm almost there. Because if you put cheats on your very first playthrough, you can actually get through a game in about 30 minutes. And then after that, you can complete a game in 5 minutes, just from having the cheats on each time. You know, if you want to complete a game quickly to get to New Game Plus, so you can start New Game Plus without modifiers, but with specific things you collected that very first play led up to that New Game Plus. Like I say, first play for 30 minutes, but after that it can take 5 minutes, because at the end you unlock new modifiers after completing the game for the first time. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Just get my head around how exactly I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go through the game once quickly, unlock the rest of the modifiers, just so I've got all those unlocked. Then do 100% and then below 1% quickly. But because it takes like 5 minutes just to prep one playthrough, you know, we might actually end up doing more playthroughs than what we did here. So here we've done 3 playthroughs, right? But when we do it with cheats, we might do like 4 or 5. But it's going to be so much quicker. Just because we've got those cheats we can use. So when you get in this room, guys, there's that one where I mentioned about Rupert. I think it's in the top left room from this area. Just leave him. Just come in the top right to exit like I have. The icebound cabin. Gonna drop it on the lab. Make sure I'm still good to go for blameless ending. Remember, the spark generator in the corner needs to be flashing blue. I'm guessing killing these, just try and level up a bit. Yeah, that's why I'm taking out a few enemies we come across. Yeah, if you push some ice blocks, be careful. I mean, I pushed that ice block down the pit lane and lost some bones. It wasn't a lot. If I pushed towards the wall on the left, of course I wouldn't have lost them. The boss in this area, you can use your pet for the first 2/3 of its HP. Then last third is when you can't really use the mist jar. But it's very easy in this last phase because all he does is he makes like a ray of lights on the pit in front, which makes on the roof in front, which makes a long pit, and you just jump across it each time he moves, and then attack his eyes. Quite an easy fight right at the end, the last stage. Yeah, it's normally a bomb there, so be careful when you break that wall. Now here, I do kill these 3, but you might want to just leave them, because trying to kill these 3 can get a bit risky sometimes. The amount of times I've kind of dodged off the edge, you know, that pit in the top right corner, or the ice is broken, I've just fell to my death. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. You're going to get 50 per each. It's not even worth doing. On this one, straight away go through a top exit. Well, not through a top exit, but go on that top path. If you try to go all the way from the left to the right on that ice, it will break before you get to the opposite end. So even if you do want to pass all the way, you kind of have to come off halfway first, let the ice recover, and then go to the right. So I'm going to take out this enemy, this boss, the Frozen Horror. Yep, there we go. Yeah, the thing when trying to 100% it as well with the cheats. So a lot of stuff you don't have to collect for 100%. You know Panino, if you buy the items from Panino, of course Panino sells all the key items you can find in Ashwell Orrery and Coltrane Peak. So if you're trying to do it with cheese, but you're trying to collect as little as possible, but still go for 100%. Of course, a lot of cheats can make it so you got about 30 trinkets, most of the hearts, most of the trinket bags, a lot of that stuff. But in order to skip all the stuff in Coltrane Peak and Ashwell Orrery, you can actually just buy all the stuff from Panino. Then when it comes to where you can skip a dungeon by ticking it off in the menu, cheat menu, you can skip Ashwell Orrery and Coltrane Peak because you never have to go to them because you've already got all the key items you can find there. So yeah, things like that, but I'm still trying to figure out how exactly. So I might make it so we skip every area, and then rather than having to deal with Spark Towers, we just go back through and just grab things from Mist, and then warp to town by using the warp, because there's a warp cheat as well in the menu, where you can just open the inventory and you can warp to Ossex quite easy. Shame it don't let you warp to other areas, it's only Ossex and Loner's Landing for some reason. Just take your time in this room. Yeah, remember, you've got to stand on the ice above the platform, wait for the ice to break, you'll fall onto the platform, and then it will move across the other side. Now here, yes, I took too long. So sidearm. When it gets to the left, I like to try and jump past that rock. That's it. And then ride this one to the right and climb up here next. Take out this long centipede wolf. And then we get his platform and burrow beneath that railing at the other side, that chain. Almost at the train, guys. Quite a short area, really. Because it's only one area, it's not like two areas like a lot of the other dungeons. You know, you got Bone Beach and Sandfalls, you got Backwaters and Nox Bayou, you got Kindlewood and Septemberg. And what's the other one? Mourner's Smile and the Crypt. Right, so going to pop in the Underlab, make sure we're still good to go for the blameless ending. Right, so once on the Agony Express. Don't have any tickets and you quickly get to the end before the conductor finds us. Yeah, so go all the way to the right and take out his enemies. Of course, them like brown spike things which just keep moving the same pattern. Mist Jar will kill those. Something the game doesn't really like to tell you. It makes it look like you can't actually damage them, but Mist Jar is the way. Now here it's quite easy to get killed. You've got to take your time. I'm just going to keep going up and down in this part. If I keep going left and right, I'm worried about dodging off the end. And once got rid of the Ninja Rabbit, get rid of the shield guy next. This carriage isn't moving, so I can go left and right without too much worry. And he's going to try stab you with this little tiny dagger. Right, just spikes now. And the flying crooked daggers to avoid. Yeah, try to avoid digging into this ice if you can help it. Unless you're kind of stationary when you do it, it's not too bad then. Right, so last room before the boss. And there's no save point at the end. Oh no, there is. I'm thinking about New Game Plus. Yeah, New Game Plus, no save point at the end in this room. So you might want to heal up here, because this next bit is quite easy to fall down. Yeah, see there I left it a bit late. And looks like, see what I mean? And I did need it. I was lucky I didn't get rid of too much health when I was using Mist Jar. Right, so I'm going to take out this enemy. Yeah, so the far right there, guys, is another Underlab if you need it. Take out this wall first and I'll show you the little shortcuts. So that small ice block does normally have a vial inside it, but I pushed it the wrong way. So go for this crawl space, borrow to the right, and there it is, a Underlab, last one before the boss. Hop inside, yeah, still good to go for the blameless ending. Back left. So remember, the first 2/3, you can damage him, and the Mist Jar and Beckoning Collar will still work. But the last part, his last stage, if you're not careful, you could Mist Jar down a pit he makes. So I find it best to just jump over it and attack him with a hammer. You kind of need it on these parts because there's too many things flying around. That last stage, you don't really have many moves for you to avoid. And the hammer does a good job in reaching the ice when you're not too close. Just be careful because these rooftops are random. Sometimes you get one with like a lot of pits on it. There'll be one where there's a pit on the bottom, a pit on the top, and you have to stay in the middle to avoid it. There's one where there's like 3 or 4 little holes you need to avoid. So make sure you are in the correct spot when you're dashing around with the Mist Jar. Of course, that one there with all the stones, don't think you can borrow it inside it. so one more dungeon after this, then that's it done. Right, and once his health is low enough, no matter where you are, he'll kind of move all the way to the left for his final stage. Yeah, here we go. So this one I like to heal up quickly, just in case you do get damage. Yeah, heal up quickly and start just hitting him with a hammer. You can keep the pet out. That's it, just charge attacks, jump across when he opens the pit. And there we go. Make sure you grab all the bones first. Do not get the health rose. So you want to try and get any bones near the health rose before you pick it up. Yeah, so ignore the health rose. There you go. If you get it by mistake, you're going to have to close and reload. And probably fight the boss again. Come down here. Go underneath the railway. And make way north to the Spark Tower. Checking them still good for the blameless ending. Right, let's go. So one more of these to go. So remember, you can mischarge through these even on the Spark Tower. And I think I am going to try to go through most of the holes. Oh no, maybe not. So I think I've missed one or two already. There's two here, almost quite close together. This way you need the Stolnoid trinket, so when the bones come out, you can't just suck them up. Right, two here, side by side, and then one more at the top. They could have made it so you have to get every single bore hole. You know, if you don't, you can't repair it, and you have to start again back at the start. Oh no, to get hit right at the end. Okay, so I wonder why I didn't cut that one out, because I didn't see it. I'll leave that one in. If it happens again, I am going to cut it out. But I'm hoping it's just one time. And that's right at the end. So again, push your icebox out of the way. And bore in the hole. Another one here. So okay, so I'm trying to get them all this time. Right, grab that one. Bore up beneath the metal bars. Get a few more. I think I've got it in the bag this time. These two are side by side. Just get one, then move straight left or right to the other. I think them ice blocks catch you out a bit, so you have to hit them from a certain direction, don't you, to make a move. And them orange spikes as well. Right, got him. Okay, it's not too bad. Died once or failed it once. And I've got enough bones there to level up as well. So once I get back down to the end of that, I'm going to take them all out and level up. Right, so once you're done, head back down to the bottom. Let's make our way to the astral place, the mirror world. Astral orrery, I think the only thing there you need to watch out for is, you know, the guy with no brain, you can't give him his brain back. Yeah, apparently that's a sin if you give him his brain back. I guess he's got more IQ without his brain. So yeah, just do not interact with him like I'm not doing anyway, and you'll be good. And of course, as always, watch out for lamps. Do not kill a can in town. Do not break any street lamps. So once back down here to the train, going to take bottom left exit. Yeah, frigid station. Be careful when you drop down these. You might want to make sure you've got full health at this part. Probably should have healed up. So if you drop into an enemy, of course it's going to kill you. These two at the bottom, I'm not going to kill the ones at the top, it's just too risky. Just going to kill these two. Grab the bones nearby. There's quite a lot in these snowballs. Yeah, the Ghostbusters give 100 each once you kill them. Right, let's get these bones. Remember not to break any candles, and if your pet blows up, you're probably likely to break candles off screen, so you're going to have to reload that room. Come down here into the grassland. You can make that jump just there. Right, come down here on the far left. And going back into Ossex. Remember, we need to go and do the mirror now. Do not defeat Maxi, that'll count as a sin. Right, I'm going to come to the Under Lab. Now I'm going to copy my save. Just in case I kick that can by mistake. So come back out. I'm sure I quit there and copy my save across. Oh, here we go, I'm doing it now. Yep, so back to title screen, copy your save. And you might also want to put your pet away while I go through time, because your pet can attack the can, I'm pretty sure. There you go, copy it. Do not delete it by mistake. Yes, make sure you've got your pet away. Now why have to get the pet off for? You see that? The pet just hit it. This is what I mean, guys. Be very careful, so I'm going to have to back to title screen. I'm glad I left that in actually, just to show you. So I'm going to delete that one now, and then copy my good one across. Again, try not to mix it up when you do this. Just take your time. So do not get the pet out when you try and go past where the kids are playing, because that's what will happen. Yeah, so ignore this. I think it's because I wanted to make an edit here, so I was kind of just making it a bit cleaner. Yeah, so avoid that can at all costs. There we go. And now you can get the pet out. Now you're good to go. So go straight through the mirror in the middle. Hop in there. Yeah, still good to go. Blue. The problem is you don't really know if you kick the can properly until you go in an underlap. And then by that point, of course, the game is saved. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to kill this big knight. And once we get into the astral area, I believe I'm going to do 2 of the zones in there. You know, disable 2 of the locks, the blocks. And then we'll get to an underlap and call it a day for this part. I think this guy gives you about, what, 400? It's not too shabby. So yeah, press up to activate all these moving blocks. Make way to the end. No need to kick down that shortcut rope over there, because there is a underlap right above me there. And the zone I'm going to do first is the bottom left corner. So the mutant lab. Be very careful. So I'm going to take out all these. It's quite easy to come out, and these just kill you with that tether that they've got going between them. And there are some hidden bones in some of these tiles as well, if you dig beside them. Here I do like to spawn them all first, and then once I've got loads of them out, then I just keep dashing through them while my pet does all the work. Okay, so in this part you have to come through beneath the floor, and then to get back onto the top you have to come here, make your way to the left, jump on top of the tiles, and then go back through the same exit. Then once back in here, we're going to make our way to far left, go through that room. The second zone after this one, it's that one with the boss, you know, where you got loads of the minions trying to charge towards you. Yeah, it's a hidden wall that you can break for some bones behind it. Now be careful of this enemy. When he lobs his ring, it can still hit you even if you're below the floor. So just got to avoid coming in contact with it altogether. This is another room which is quite annoying because of all the enemies which are tethered. And that green mage, he likes to spawn them. So you want to try to kill him first if you can. Or when you do spot him, just try to kill him as quick as possible, guys, but of course be careful. Right, yeah, sorry, going a bit quiet at times, guys. Try and catch up on some comments. Okay, so here, yeah, you can try and take out a cube if you want before it comes in contact with you. But you've got to be really quick and I guess time your attacks well. But once you take it out, you can use that cube to destroy spikes on the left and right. These chests have no key items in them, so it's okay to smash them. You got coins, bones, I think there's a vial in one, and then more bones. Oh, and a plasma flower as well, I believe. Right, with the cube in hand, go back through here, destroy all the spikes, go back to that previous room to the far north, and you can destroy spikes in there, guys, and reach the mirror. You probably noticed in all my playthroughs I've done for this game, I've not really used any glitches. That's because there's a good chance it's going to get patched, and I don't want to rely on them. I mean, I am relying on my cheese build, you know, Miss Jar and the pets, but, you know, if it wasn't for that build, it'd be a lot different, and I'm hoping that I don't get patched. But if it is, it just means you've got to kind of learn the bosses a bit better yourself. And, you know, when I do the guide with cheats, I mean, that could get patched at some point, but, you know, at the moment it works with cheats, so that's all I'm going to be focusing on, I guess. It's hard to plan for things in the future which you don't know will happen. So once in here, we're going to kick down the shortcut rope, come in that next zone to the top left. Yes, underlab. Still flashing blue, the spark generator, so I'm still good for the blameless ending. Okay, so got a little boss coming up. Try not to break these candles, of course. We're going to take out the ringed enemy. Yeah, so I believe I did die here once, so you might notice a very tiny edit just there. Right, so do not use the Miss Jar here. Yeah, so just keep trying to attack the enemies with a charge attack. A charge attack will kill him in one hit. And if you can position yourself correctly, sometimes you kill 2 or 3 with one below, if you're on with a hammer. Remember, if you're aiming upwards, your AoE, your arc, will be on the left slightly, and if you're aiming downwards, it will be on the right. And if you're aiming left, it will be on the bottom, and if you're aiming up, it will be on the top. or I might get them too mixed up, but you know what I mean. So once killed him, come in this mirror, back into the delirium. So that's 2 blocks done, the pink and the green. It's going to come down to this underlap. Then we are going to copy our save cross, guys, and that'll be it. So one more part to go, and we are going to have platinum. It's been a long one, hasn't it? I did not think the series would take so long. But yeah, we're almost there without cheats anyway. So yeah, quit title screen, copy save cross, ready for the last video tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 30. We're here finally, part 30 of my platinum walkthrough for Mina The Hollower, without using modifers which disable trophies. Yeah, final one, we're going to pop platinum at the end of this. It's been a long one, hasn't it? I didn't expect the series to go on for so long. But it's a longer game what you think about, you know, when you start looking at platinum. So we're in the Astral Orrery. It's got a few more zones we need to finish. We're going to come to the bottom right one first, the Cog Chamber. Just hop down there, make sure my Spike Generator is still flashing blue. Remember, do not break any candles, and I think the only thing you need to watch out for here is do not give Mr. Naught, the brain guy, his brain back. You're probably not going to get many levels now between now and the end of the game. So I guess it's up to you how many enemies you want to keep killing, or bones you want to pick up. I might be able to get one more level if I'm lucky, so I think I'm going to try. Yeah, so down here, you see that cube on our right, you need to get that, because these laser blocks are blocking your way. And yeah, if you time it right like this, you can kill it in one go without entering the little mini game. Yeah, I can't believe how long it's taken this. What? We're close to 15 hours to get platinum. I still think that's a really good time. But without using cheats is so much quicker and a lot easier, despite what you read online. Yeah, it's actually really, really easy if you try to incorporate the cheats in some way. I mean, yeah, you've got to be clever about it to get it working and know exactly how to trigger the trophies. Because some of them, if you complete the condition with the cheats on, you can't do a condition again with them off. It won't work. So you kind of have to leave one item to collect at the end, or one task of that requirement to do right at the end. Yeah, like that. For example, fish, I have mentioned this, you have to leave one fish to the end. The one for defeating all the mini bosses, you know, Evra, Midden, Dugin, you have to do all that on one file without cheats on, so that's not something you can transfer across. You just have to defeat them all on a playthrough without cheats. Same with the one for 3 mini games. That's another one you have to do by itself. So yeah, but they're the only ones really. I mean, most rest you just carry on from your new game playthrough where you use cheats and got everything unlocked, and you just go grab most of the mystic trophies. I'm trying to do it with 2 playthroughs without cheats on. That's how I'm trying to do it. So we've got a few playthroughs using cheats in order to build up our new game plus save, with loads of various cheats enabled. Not cheats, but things we unlocked using cheats and are going to make your new game plus much easier. For example, you can get to level 100 and it will not disable cheats if you carry on to a new game plus playthrough at level 100. It makes the game really easy. So we do that for below -1%, of course, and then there's 100%. With 100%, there's probably about 30 trinkets you can get from cheats. And they say there is a cheat that gives you everything, but they don't quite count. As soon as you turn off the cheats, it all disappears, so it don't quite work. But there are some modifiers which it kind of gives you like a permanent change. For example, like I say, you can get 30 trinkets, you turn off the cheats, and the trinkets are still there. So that'd be good. So what I've done on my first 100% playthrough with using cheats, we're collecting certain trinkets, the ones which you do not get, And then when we go to New Game Plus, we put certain cheats on, and we've got all these trinkets back. Yeah, it's going to work really well. Right, so just hit that here. So I'm just in the final zone now, the northeast corner, the one with the purple warp points. Yeah, making our way to top right. Good thing about the pet in this area is them, like starfish which spawn, it seems to kill them in one hit. It's like it's meant to be used in this spot, this area. But after using the mist jar for so long and being a glass cannon dying in one hit, it's nice to go and start using infinite health, where you can just run through everything with no worry. There you go, pet killed it again in one go. Here, just be careful you do not jump across too early, so you jump straight down that purple pit. If you do, it'll probably warp you all the way back to the right. Here, it's going to kill this enemy. Then I'm going to have to go down and hit that green switch. Last time explaining all this properly, because when we do it with cheats, I'm probably not going to explain it that well, because we're going to be going so fast. I'll be pointing out like things are picking up, and I'll probably just say go through this room, take this exit, you know, take northeast, take northwest, break this block, go through here, grab this item, go back. Yeah, it's going to be very, very quick. I'm going to kill these enemies. You've got to be really careful. Use the D-pad here. If you are used to using the analog stick, I recommend using the D-pad because it's much harder to make a mistake, you know, in terms of what direction you're moving in. But kill that one, come up. For this one here, wait until he throws this ring. It's going to kill that starfish. And I'm going to come up here, hit this one next. And you should be able to do the same with this one. Just mist jar from left to right. Just carefully do not go off into the pit. So watch your spacing. Right, I think there's one more ring enemy just over there. Then a bunch of starfish which spawn near the top. I think I died to the boss in this area once, or it might have been twice actually. But the boss you fight when you get back to Ossex, Thorn, the mutated version, I did kick the can once, so I had to kind of like reload a save. But I'll point out when we get there. You want to make sure you copy your save across when you're fighting Thorns. So it's quite easy for your pets to attack the can. I think what also happened is my pet exploded, because when Thorn eats you, your pet explodes, and if there's any candles nearby, they will get destroyed. But what you can do, and I didn't know this at the time, is if you don't damage Thorn, he'll just eat you automatically and end the fight. You don't damage him for about a minute, yeah, the fight just ends because he eats you. So I'll let you know when it comes to it, but yeah, that's probably a better way to get through it. I'm not quite sure if it works if you're using a mist jar on him, but as far as I know, if you don't damage him for like about a minute, the fight ends anyway. That might be a better option. So like I say, if you've got a pet out and he eats you, you know, where you've been damaging him, if the pet's yellow, it's going to send out a massive shockwave, and if there's any candles nearby, he's going to destroy him. Or if the can's nearby. So I think that's what happened to me. I think the can was nearby, the pet exploded, the shockwave knocked the can, and that made my spark generator stop glowing inside the underlab. But if you don't spawn your pet too early, it shouldn't get a chance to turn yellow. If you spawn him just before you start attacking the boss. Remember in this room to be careful, we can keep hitting the crystals to make the block stay solid. You don't have to wait for them to run out, just keep attacking the crystals when they're nearby. Jump across to the next one. That's it, and then wait for the purple portals and jump across. Right, so we're near. Yeah, so you run into any of these, it's going to start a little mini game, so you want to try and avoid them if you can. Just try and bait them away there so I can burrow through the hole. No, one caught me. Yeah, but luckily it weren't too bad. Weren't too bad a mini game. Oh, and another one. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Everyone seemed to catch me. This one's make it easy. This one would be hard without miss jar. Of course, I could just miss jar through the spikes. Barely an inconvenience. And I wonder if the last one's going to catch me. Probably. Yep, and there we go. Trying to avoid them all, but ended up getting hit by them all. And that's probably the easiest one yet. Right, so I've defeated all those for no reason at all, other than I just couldn't manage to avoid him. Right, I was going to take out this guy, then got a boss. Yeah, if you go through a game as quick as possible with the cheats on your first playthrough, you can get through the game in 30 minutes, that quick. Well, I think the quickest I've done it's about 35. But that's literally avoiding everything and not doing the final area either. So that's a blameless ending. Yeah, 30 minutes, guys. That's how quick you can get through it. If you know, just go straight from story points A to B. Remember this guy, the first two stages you can use your miss jar and your pets, but third stage you can't really. I mean, I think I tried not to attack him anyway. I think I tried to just kind of stay reasonably close and let the pet kind of do all the work, while I just try to evade the best I can and heal. But your health will still be getting knocked down due to the pets. So you want to make sure you try and keep it topped up. When it starts getting a bit low, use the vial. Right, that's the first stage done. 2 more stages to go, if you can still call the third one a stage, because it's health for sale though. He seems to have more health on this point, doesn't he? Or more defense. Because health goes down a lot slower. I bet it's a good feeling though, knowing you never have to do this again. Spamming your thumb till it's dead while trying to use the miss jar and a pet. It's a good workout though, going through this game. Good workout for your fingers using this build. Right, now we're splitting into 2. I've never ever done this fight legit, so I can't imagine fighting these 2 at once. While also avoiding those 2 little minions running around. I guess they're not doing too much, they're just slashing. I bet if you get far away, they just like jump at you. Right, one's down, 1 more to go. And third stage, so remember, you cannot... We can use miss jar if you know what you're doing, but I don't risk it. So I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 hits before the fight begins, and I'm going to let my pet do all the work. So I did make my pet explode then, just for a bit of free damage, then I called him back. And I'm taking my time. It's a long fight, I don't want to have to do it again. So I'm just going to try and play it safe, let the pet damage him. When his health is so low, he will start lobbing more fireballs out at once. To begin with, it's only 1 at a time, but eventually be like 4 or so, I think, he lobs at once. There you go. Pet does reasonably good damage here, so it's not like a big problem. Just let the pet do the work. Yeah, I mean, look at that. He's damaging him quite quick. He's got to watch out for when the head tries to rush you. And like I say, the fireballs. Oh, it's 3. Yeah, so now when he's going to do fireballs, he'll flash. But when he's going to charge, he'll stop and flash. Keep that in mind. You've got a moving flash and a stationary flash. Right, and got him. Yeah, so easy enough, guys. Just let your pet do the work. He's going to grab all the bones she drops. But remember, do not take the health rows. They should have allowed us to put on the cheat, which makes it so bosses do not drop health roses. You know, for this, it's quite easy to pick one up by mistake. If that ever does happen, by the way, I'm sure you know, but you have to quickly close the game and reload it. You have to fight boss again, but at least you will still be good for that below -1%. Right, so the final spark tower to climb up. So these purple tiles, you can misjar over them. You don't have to jump. You can just misjar if you want to. Sometimes that works better. Yeah, especially if it covers like 3 tiles or longer. And I'm glad when them cubes hit you on this, it doesn't enter that little annoying mini game. Right, maybe misjar if you need it. And I'm at the top. Right, let's dive in. Let's repair it. So what we need to do in town now is we need to pay the 4 beggars in town, the 3 beggars in Sandfalls, and also go and sell something to Pawnty. But we're going to sell 10 items to him. Right now we're at about 3% completion percentage. But once we've sold 10 items, we should be about below, well, -1% we're going to be at, which is what we need to be at. You need to be at -1% or lower. Right, so once in the high street, I have to go through the mirror. I'm going to come this way first, so I don't fight the boss too early. Remember, if you approach the fountain, you're going to have to fight Thorn, but we'll leave it for a moment. So I'm going to come down here, southern outskirts. We're making our way now into Sandfalls. I would have done this earlier, by the way, guys, but I wasn't entirely sure if these were required or not. So you're going to pay this dude here. Talk to him. He's going to want 300 bones. There you go, give it to him. And then you got this one down here by the fire on the left. Talk to the beggar. 100 bones. And then down here there's one more. This beggar here for a cup of tea, a cold cup of tea. Give him 200 bones. There you go. So that's 3 beggars in Sandfalls and there's 4 in Ossex we'll go and do next. So after paying them, make way back. Yeah, because when I got to the end here, I think on my other account, or it might have been this one, I just pay the 4 in Ossex first, just make sure the ones in Sandfalls are actually needed. And it still said I didn't pay all the beggars, so yeah, you have to pay those ones. Right, so next up, into Ossex. We'll do Pawnty in a minute. So the beggars you want here, so you got this beggar here by the fire. Give him 100 bones. We did miss one in City Centre, but we'll go back to him in a minute. We've got this beggar here, or this tramp. Give that tramp 100 bones. Come into the station underside and give this beggar 100 bones as well. So got one more to go. So that's 3 in Sandfalls, 3 in Ossex so far. And show you the other one in Ossex. So it's actually on the left here. And this is the final one. So there you go, 100 bones to the vagrant, if you can spare it. Bless your heart. Right, so that's the 7 beggars. Next up, going to come into Pawnty. Sell any 10 items, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't really want to sell your trinket bags, because you need them. If you sell a trinket bag, then some of your trinkets will disappear. So I normally just sell my hearts. There you go, 10 items. I sold 8 hearts and 2 vials. Next up, come into here. Close to title screen, copy your save across, and let's go. So remember, sell 10 items to Pawnty. That should put you at -1% as long as you've not collected anything else. If you collected anything else, you're probably going to be at 0% and cannot get a trophy, unfortunately. Okay, so up here, do you see the can then? You see the can there? Do not go near that can with your pet out. The pet will attack it. So I'm going to try and stay at the lower part of the screen. But like I say, if you don't attack the boss here, just try it out. Do not attack him for a minute, and he'll eventually eat you guys, and that'll end the fight. But if you are fighting him normally, like I do, when you do bring his health down, the pet will explode when he eats you. And pet's gold is going to send out a massive shockwave. Just make sure you're not near any candle. The thing is, it's probably going to break street lamps as well, which will also void the trophy. So just be very, very careful, guys. You might want to destroy the pet yourself, like now, before the pet gets too charged up. Get away from the boss, disable him, activate him again, guys, and continue the fight. Because he turns yellow as he's been out so long and he's been attacking enemies. But I mean, hopefully it works for you, just not attacking the boss. But I'm just not sure if that works when you're using the mist jar. It works without it, I've tried it, I've just not tried it with the mist jar myself. To be honest, before he eats you, you might be able to, as soon as you bring his health down, you might be able to exit the room and come back in. Then he don't eat you, possibly. I know you won't get all the bones, but it's not like you need him at this point, because he's literally like the final enemy in the game we have to fight. Right, so it's yellow. And so it don't actually break street lamps, the pet, which is good. But he went yellow, he did the explosion, but there's no candles and the can was not nearby. So down here, it's a good spot to let your pet explode. Yeah, so if you don't want to worry about your pet destroying anything, come down the bottom here and destroy Thorn down here. Yeah, so I just went inside, it's still flashing blue. Yeah, watch out for the can. Make sure your pet's not out when you go past it, because your pet will attack it. So going into Radiant Manor, we're going to go and see Lionel, trigger that dining room cutscene. We're going to let it play out, because you have to pick a certain choice. You have to choose to join him. Yep, so into the ballroom, upstairs, to the dining room at the back. Yeah, like I say, make sure you watch these cutscenes. If you skip it, I think it picks a default option, which is not to join him, and so it makes you do the Radiant Manor. Okay, so let this cutscene play out. He'll ask anybody if there's any problems, but nobody will have anything bad to say, because Mina's been a good little girl. Right. Nobody's got anything bad to say, no complaints. So this will be it. You're going to have to pick a specific option, so make sure you're ready for this. It's not timed, just don't want you to press the wrong button by mistake. Look at my HP, got so much HP I have. Yes, you're going to choose, of course. Will you join me? Of course. Do not pick never, otherwise you're going to have to do the other dungeon. Yeah, so pick of course, and there you go, below 0. Finish game with -1% collection or less, and fait accompli. Platinum, and all other trophies. What a long one that was, eh? Just under 15 hours, but it's probably took you much longer due to trial and error, and just practicing some of the enemies and fights. So I did not forget to scan to the end this time. Sometimes I forget and press a button to skip it. Right, so you're going to see. So that's my total items. Loner's Landing 29%, Outskirts 6%, Ossex 3%, Bone Beach 4% due to dual syringe. Right, and there we go. Total item completion below 1%, and it took me 3 hours 1 minute. So it wasn't too bad, was it? But yeah, it's much easier using the cheats. Right, that's it, guys. Yeah, Mina The Hollower, my platinum walkthrough without modifiers. For those of you that have followed the whole thing through, how did you find it all anyway? And are you planning to go through this with cheats as well, to see what the difference is? You know, when I get that guide out. It is quite difficult, I think, when you're not using modifiers. Difficulty wise, I think I put it about a... What do you think? About a 7 or an 8 out of 10? It's got to be somewhere near there. But with cheats, I think it's probably more like a 2 out of 10. If you've got the platinum and the route already planned out for you due to guide. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next series to go up very soon.